Check.
Just to save time, let's assume all the houses on the map with smoke coming out of them are on fire.
There you go.
Statistically,
Living our best life.
Alrighty, so
That's right, when the house is broken.
Yeah.
so y'all are all
The house you burned is actually down at the bottom of the map.
yeah.
Sarah
Y'all are
also
all-
got me something for my
So
birthday.
everybody's asleep except for
Yes.
Solon and Air.
Yes. That is awesome.
that's the most proportionate hat I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. So yes, thank you again, Sarah. I've enjoyed the hell out of this.
You are welcome.
Oh, that is awesome.
I saw that and I was like, oh my god, it even has the parrot.
Yeah. Little parrot.
Yep, a little fake parrot. Oh, wow.
That is awesome.
What are you gonna name the parrot?
I haven't thought of that yet. I'll get there.
Remind me
The
to
little
share.
paper mache parrot.
Remind me to share with you guys the thing about Old Man Henderson and how he ruined the Call of Cthulhu game, and he had a stuffed parrot named Rupert. You guys have to read it. It's hilarious.
Okay.
All right. So you were all camped out in the church, taking a long rest, and Arkhov had passed out from eating the dream pastries, so you threw him in a side room after blaming the mansion torching on him. Unfortunately, Smo also has succumbed to the dream pastry
Yeah.
and is passed out in his bed. And you were taking turns on night watch.
Oh, yeah, Chelsea was
I was up and I went to wake up Smo. He wouldn't wake up. I figured out that it was possibly the dream pastries. I woke up Solus to take watch.
Right. And that's where we're at. So Solus is,
And I'm still awake.
yeah, Solus and Air are awake. You have a passed out Smo, a passed out Arkhov, and everybody else is just kind of snoozing.
Narkov has no pants.
Yeah, Arkhov is missing a lot of stuff.
So I go wake up Solus. The pirate's unconscious. I think you're going to have to take third watch.
I exhibit an intense look of disgust when she says pirate, but get up. I take watch.
And then I go and nudge my sister.
What?
I'm gonna be going back and tail getting all puffy.
Yeah, the tail is puffy, the ears are straight back.
I have a slight problem that you might want to investigate with me.
I didn't need to sleep anyway. Okay.
The pirate's unconscious and won't wake up. Probably for the next 12 to 15 hours if he's anything like the ranger that we picked up.
Does the pirate still have pants? Because that was an issue with the ranger.
Yeah, I got the pants.
The pirate has the ranger's pants.
Okay.
And they're not nearly as roomy as the ones I had before.
Yeah. But you kept your old pants, right, Brian?
I hope he kept his old pants.
Yeah, you kept your old pants, right?
Yeah, I've got them just
Okay.
in case.
They're in your bag. Okay.
He'd rather wear the snazzy pads.
So should we wake up everyone else and
And kill the pirate in his sleep.
do whatever the D&D equivalent of draw dicks on their faces is? Because I feel like that's what you're supposed to do with people that are unconscious.
Oh, I grabbed my sister's hand and lead her over to the unconscious pirate and point at his forehead where I've written "Liar, liar, pants on fire."
I hug her and tell her how proud I am of her at this moment.
That was as far as I got before I realized I should probably wake the cat up so somebody would be on watch before we did anything else.
Gotcha.
And Solus, you noticed this too, because you're inquisitive and So
Just doing that nosy thing where suddenly I'm over your shoulder.
yeah, like your
What'd you
ears
do?
cocked back and you were hearing stuff.
I look at the cat and I go, so I might be a little pissed about the whole house burning down thing.
That wasn't all me. Come on.
Your sins are writ large, let's just say.
I like that this is the episode my husband's in the room for.
Oh,
Not the one where we're cool and killing stuff. The one where we're like, party members are unconscious. Let's steal
draw
their
dicks on
pants
their
and draw dicks on their faces.
All right.
I mean, I feel like we should at least steal the Rangers' pants back. What else did he take of the Rangers? Do we even know what he took of the Rangers?
No, we can
No.
just see the pants.
That's a very good point. I think that I would be curious enough to want to go through all of his shit.
Oh God.
Just to at least to look and see what's fake bits of him. And
You got to remember, I lost everything else I've taken except for the pants and a couple trinkets.
but that's
I
not
have
going
a
to occur to my character.
Man,
I have a list of what you should have, and then he could also roll to see what you were carrying from the beginning.
All right.
As much as I don't want to, I'm going to try to give the ranger his pants back.
I mean, you could just take him and go, like, stick him under his head or something. You don't have to
You're
dress
gonna dress him.
But I would have to get them off of one person. That's the part I'm less thrilled about. Like, I'm not going to go try to, like, unconscious redress the ranger. I don't care that much.
Well, if you're uncomfortable taking those pants off, you could go wake up the Goliath. I don't think he'd have a problem with it. He changed his diapers at one point.
That's true.
I was
Been
gonna-
very close.
That's
I was
true.
gonna say, pick
So-
some girlish. Give me a perception roll since Chelsea's having this one-sided conversation.
I was gonna go wake him up. So
Oh, okay.
And the
Never mind.
Goliath is the only thing like bigger than
Top
me.
is closed.
so
22.
Yeah.
I'm walking to where you guys are anyway. So are you awake by the time I get there?
Yeah, he's like groggily waking up.
So
Yeah, I'm not.
I
Ow.
look and I see him sort of up, and I was like, "Hey, pirate guy's unconscious. Do you want to hold him upside down by his feet and shake until stuff comes out?"
Give me your lunch money.
Yep.
Oh Lord. Oh.
I pick him up by his head and hold him for her.
Oh my god, you're just gonna hold him like it's a fucking
By his head.
By his head.
Fair enough.
Okay. As the healer, I have to ask that you don't damage him while you're pantsing him.
What's she gonna do?
And don't damage the pants because they belong to the ranger.
you get for not asking and just doing. Don't look at me, I'm dead asleep.
As she says this, I'm trying to use the handle end of my hammer to like measure the pants down.
That's true, Luce. She would have just had to say it in his mind. She didn't actually have to physically go. So.
I don't think about those things.
Yeah.
The only time I like
She forgets she doesn't have a mouth.
yeah, the only time I think about it is when in the moment I'm like, man, I wish we could get there faster to tell that person, oh, never mind.
I don't know if it'll come up, but it could prove useful later on.
I'm doing
Yeah,
best in
I've
case.
already thought about how that will help in a stealth situation.
You just you can't investigate because you can't feel anything because you're just holding his head up like a freaking melon.
I can
He's
one-handed.
probably
I'm
got his
strong
pants off by now.
I mean, do I need to roll for depantsing?
enough. I have.
Just see if you rip them on the way down.
I mean, I'm sure
I'm sure you know
Dan
how to
English is probably wearing skinny jeans, so
Pleather.
Oh,
Yeah.
leather skin tight jeans.
Leather skinny.
So I guess this is when we ask.
Sister by like grabbing the bottom of the legs and pulling the legs down.
Is Mo going
Grabbing
commando?
at the ankle and
That's
just
the
yanking.
question.
Oh,
That is a question that we need to know the answer to, though. I mean,
Sarah.
No, I imagine he's wearing some underclothes.
oh, thank God. I was
He's
about
probably got many layers since he's all about this
Bryn.
topic.
Brain was about to wish that she'd lost her eyes instead of her mouth. So glad he wears
even
layers.
better.
Where?
Even better. Smo is wearing jorts under there. He's a never nude.
Oh wow.
What?
Oh, that's great.
What is this technology?
He's a Russian
Man.
nesting doll.
Yeah.
The pants just keep getting smaller as you take more of them off.
We just want the top hair for the ranger.
So I want to try to put the ranger's pants on him, contrary to what I said earlier, but I want to try to put them on backwards just so he's really confused when he wakes up. Because to his knowledge, he never took off the pants. So
And don't forget, I took his boots too, so if you could put them on the wrong feet.
yep, I can do that too. Yep.
Yeah.
Any clothing that was the ranger's, I'm gonna put back on him, but in reverse. So he just wakes up real confused.
Just make a note of that or something. That way, if Dan plays again, we'll remember.
I'll just put ranger's clothes are returned backwards.
Words. Yeah.
I belt the ranger twice on each cheek, so he's got a sore ass too. So he's gonna be really confused.
Poor Dan.
You know, I'm impressed because that's a very mild way to give someone a sore ass, and I'm proud of you for showing restraint.
Yeah.
He's unconscious. I've got my limits.
Okay. So you got the pants and the boots. Do you let Smoke rest now, or?
Did anything else come out?
I'm putting
He's
the
probably
ranger's
in
clothes back on, so I'm not in the room with Smo anymore.
You know, get it by the head and you just start shaking your back to see what falls out.
Okay, I grab an arm.
See this to make sure it doesn't get too crazy. I just wanted to make sure the ranger got his clothes back. I don't want this to devolve.
You gave a whole unconscious body to Bear. This was not a good thing.
That's
Don't
why
look
I
back.
overseen this.
We're just lucky we don't have a bag of holding. Pretty sure he'd be
Yeah.
shoved in there by now.
Okay, I'm bored. I'm going back to sleep.
He's been shaking him the whole time y'all were putting the clothes on by his feet. He's just been shaking Smo by his feet upside down.
So you're going back.
Yeah, anything?
Smo, anything fall out? Or you got coins or something?
No, why would I keep anything on my fucking person? That's incriminating.
I didn't think you would.
Now
Love
I
it.
feel like I'm challenged.
I was gonna say loose stuff wise, you have 9 gems, a vial of holy water, some candles, a tinder box, and a gold ring.
Yeah.
They could all.
Why
fall
are they
out.
in my pockets?
I'm not saying they would be in your pockets. I'm saying that is stuff that you have that could be loose somewhere.
It would have been your underwear pocket, so maybe.
If you were no, I only keep important documents in my jorts.
Only deeds and stuff are in the underwear.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, except I lost all that.
Enough for me to go underwear diving for. Thanks.
No, but yeah, there's the only thing that would probably fall out are my weapons because they were on my belt, but you already took the pants off, so I'd assume you take the belt off too.
We'll lay the belt to the side.
The belt's
yeah,
on the
my-
outside of your lady dress that you were wearing over the pants.
I took that off
Okay.
previously, I thought, because I
Is
think
it in the church? Because if so, I would like to put it back on you.
yeah, it's with my other stuff. Like I've got
You're wearing a dress again now.
all right with the back all torched up.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Wow.
And whenever we're done doing whatever you're doing, I would like to position the pirate with our ranger so they look like they've been snuggling. 'Cause it just needs to be as awkward as possible when they wake up with their clothes on backwards and in a dress with no butt.
Nice,
When I
nice.
wake up, this is going to be highly entertaining.
Do you guys have any hot water too? Like, may as well just go all in with camp shenanigans at this point.
Put your hands in it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, is Mark and Irene asleep through all this because they were
I'm
tired and
just
they went in
gonna
a separate
remind the
room,
pirate that he did
I thought
attempt to loot my dead body at one point. So
What was
I
it, Brian?
thought those two went back to their burned house. Did they come back to the church?
They did. They're in one of the
They
rooms.
They went to go see the house, but it was in flames, so they couldn't really stay there. So they came back and went in their own room and kind of barred the door against you guys because kind of
Yeah, we
All right.
decided to rest
I'm a little
here.
shaky about you.
We decided to rest here and then in the morning leave to the place that was closer that was supposed to be safe. And then if it wasn't safe, head to the further a place away.
The Abbey. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we were gonna try for what's it called?
I don't
Oh,
take notes. My
Malaki.
character can't read. It's fine.
Velaki.
Velaki.
I'm a Velaki. Yeah. So, y'all hang around and wait for Smo
Yeah,
to
how
wake up, I'm
Take you to
assuming.
wake up.
I was hoping I could have a dream adventure since I
it
was asleep. but
it was
sure.
15 hours.
Jesus.
Even though he only
We're still
ate half of one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those things are potent.
And actually, Brian, you are kind of having a dream adventure, but it's all like just joy and love and basically like sickening sweet Care Bear type shit. And you're like
Right.
riding a unicorn through fields of daisies and just rainbows in the skies and puffy clouds.
Okay. Cool.
So in other words, fun.
The
acts of-
opposite of the nightmare we're currently in. Gotcha.
Yeah,
Fair
it's
enough.
like just happiness and love and all that stuff.
Give me the nightmare any day of the week.
All right.
So
Oh.
they do what they're advertised to do, and that they give you good dreams. But
All right. If I'm awake, then I want to notice that I'm being big spooned to Dan's ranger,
You're in the
And I wanna
dress, dude.
chuckle.
You're totally the little spoon.
but I'm
You
way
are.
bigger than him. So all right. Well, I'll roll over and see him and just chuckle, and then
All right.
I'll give him a little kiss on the cheek, and then I'll notice he has his pants back on and be confused, and then walk back over to the-
I'm backwards at that.
roll me a
And
perception.
then I'll come in. Good morning, shipmates. I've had the most amazing dream. That was a 3 on my perception, or technically a
3.
4.
Okay.
Yeah, unless
Yeah.
you want to go by the rule that you can't roll anything lower than your passive, which
Yeah.
is only a 9, so it doesn't matter.
Ooh.
Yeah. And Pix, roll me a perception.
I'm still asleep.
Hey, best night of sleep I ever had.
I never got up.
When he says that, I just look at my
Trying
sister
to
and the cat and start laughing.
Well, go ahead and roll me one. You're waking up now, right?
But I was asleep through all of this.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying you're waking up now. Roll me your perception.
Oh yeah.
Does anyone want one of these dream rolls? It was pretty great.
15.
15.
Wow, that's just a little bit higher than this.
You wake up and you come out and you look down and you're kind of looking for a kraken, but instead you see like a big like ugly gray gnarly like rat dead at the foot of your bed.
Nice.
Wait, but he was carrying Kraken. Kraken was in the crook of his arm.
Right. So you're looking at the
So
floor
now he's
thinking,
carrying.
Well, he could have put it down when he went to shake me by the head.
well, you Kraken
Wake up, he's
roll
gone.
that you're on the bed, and like just out of reflex, you're looking for Kraken on the floor, but instead of finding him because he's on the bed, you actually see a big juicy like gray rat that's been killed and left beside your bed.
Do you like it?
Yeah, who wants breakfast?
Before I freak out and think that somebody is fucking with me, I'm gonna look around the bed and make sure the Kraken is on the bed.
Just imagine
If-
Lucy's face that she's currently making on a cat. Just
Yeah.
staring
Peeking
at
around
you.
the door.
Peeking at the
You were
Do
so
I
happy
see-
with dead things.
Do I see Soulless looking through the door? That's like I said, I want to freak
The
out.
half of her little face.
Can I see Soulless just 2 little ears and 2 great big eyeballs peeking around the corner of the door frame?
yeah.
I brought you a dead thing.
I see. That's very dead. Thank you. It's a no. I can do something with that. I can do something with
I
that.
wake up, kick my feet over the bed, and instantly step on it. What the hell?
And now I can do nothing with it.
Just the biggest pupils. What?
Bear, you know what? My present.
And
the whole
at this point,
thing?
I see Solus like sticking her head in their room, and I'm gonna go up, honey, what are you doing?
You just see her tail like
And you're gonna see
flopping in
Bear
the doorway.
scratching dead rat off of the bottom of his shoe.
Rats!
Oh.
Rats, giant rats everywhere.
No, Bear, you just squished my present.
I pat
Here's the head.
Solus on the head, like between her ears.
That-
You bring the tiny pixie lady a present.
Once upon a time.
I'm sure she liked it, right? And I look at Pixie like, you better say you liked it.
I get up and walk over to the cat. I'm a little pissed off, but I'm understanding. Left side of the bed, always swing to the right. So,
Just side eye. No response.
Just those great big sad eyes.
No respect for the hunter.
This Mark and Irina get up and they come out and they just stop dead looking at you, Smo.
Good morning. It's nice to see you. How'd you sleep?
And I just
And he's back in the dress, right?
and
Yeah, back in the dress.
She smirks a little bit more.
I
You're
got
like cutting
stuff
their
right
eyes
in my
between
face.
him and you guys and back to him. And they're like,
I look
slept
at
fine. Thanks.
Irina. I'm like, yes, it's a beautiful morning. Don't you agree?
Oh, the best ever.
All right. Well,
Well,
shouldn't we be
if
getting
you're
on
hungry,
the
I got the
road
rest of this roll here, and I know you're upset about that house that mysteriously burned
Do not
down,
eat
but
the roll. No, do not
this
eat
will
the
make
roll.
you feel much better. I feel like a million gold pieces,
No,
and I
don't
offer
eat the
them,
roll. It's made
offer
out
them
of
the roll.
Actually, you know what? If they eat the roll and fall unconscious, it might be easier to get them from point A to point B. So let them
I
eat the
don't
roll.
carry them. Don't eat the roll.
I'll carry them. I have a high enough strength between me and the Goliath. We got this.
I'm gonna roll persuasion to get them to take
Yeah.
the
I
roll.
was about to say, are you talking to everyone or just Chelsea?
I'm talking to just Chelsea because this is the sister version of Pick Your Battles. Who the fuck cares if the people we don't know eat the
Okay.
people rolls?
Yeah, I only got
You're talking to everybody.
and does the rest of the party actually know it was the roll that did that?
Huh?
The pirate has no idea it's the roll.
Chelsea was able to determine through her medicine check.
So I told
Okay.
him, but you have no
It
idea
was the
because you
roll.
were fucking unconscious.
Well, she did tell us they were dream rolls.
Yeah,
Thing
yeah.
I
So
can
she
do.
did
They're called
tell.
dream rolls, and the only two people that ate them were unconscious. So I'm
Yep.
sure he could put that
And when it
together.
was unconscious.
So yeah, I used a 9 persuasion, which was probably nothing, but
Yeah,
I'm gonna
that
offer the-
met Irina, but Isaac was able to beat it. So
so she's gonna
Ismark, I'm
take it.
sorry. So she like goes to take it and he puts his hand out and he's like, no.
No.
I'm
know what
gonna
those are,
intimidate
right?
him into letting him back off, and that's much better. That's an 18. You let her eat the roll, boy.
Bear, you might want to stop your baby brother, whatever the hell you call
Oh
him.
God. Yeah. So
I lean over to the Goliath. Are you willing to help carry her if she goes unconscious? Because if not, you better stop him.
Do we need them?
That's okay, I'll carry her.
All right.
You are not helping.
oh God.
Do they
So,
have to
yeah,
come with us? Is
Why
there
don't
any importance to these
So
people?
yeah,
now
he
that we
backs
have
off and Irina kind of looks like, what?
There you go, lass. Eat up. You're hungry. I can tell.
Oh,
You
fuck.
lost everything.
Just like
in
to
that
go
house.
on record as saying this is a horrible plan.
I step forward and look at the pirate drag queen. When she goes out, you don't touch her. You understand?
Oh yeah, I just want to leave her here in the church.
I also just find it hilarious
walks her
the guy
clothes.
with "liar, liar, pants on fire" written on his face, convincing someone.
I don't
Hey,
somehow
I'm a
convince them.
professional.
I know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she takes it from you, and she's kind of looking around because all this is going on, and she just kind of she's like, well,
I still think you have disadvantage on persuasion with that written on your forehead.
yeah, and it just kind of it basically met, so it was very close. So yeah, she takes it from you, and she kind of looks around. Let me. Just give me one more roll, just since it was so close to meeting, just to see if you can convince her to go ahead and do it.
Do you really want to do that, Sarah? Do you?
She got a 7, so
Go ahead,
she's
argue with
stupid
it
as
again.
frick.
Okay, because that's going to be a 24.
Oh yeah. She gobbles that thing down.
That's a good.
She was starving.
That's a good laugh.
But if you
Really?
remember correctly, it didn't take effect until you went to sleep. So,
Yeah, it takes a while. So
yeah. So yeah, she
the ranger
gobbled
just
that
had
down.
narcolepsy because it hit him like a sack of bricks.
Yeah.
He was already very tired when we met him,
Yeah.
Apparently,
It was.
and then he met us, and we're exhausting.
yes.
True.
So,
We
being
are
happy-go-lucky after a bunch of pleasant dreams and night's rest, I'm gonna say, so what's on the agenda for today?
Let's go get some. If you need something like supplies, let's get walking.
We need supplies. I've been bitten by a fucking vampire.
We
Well,
need
there's
to
no priest anywhere.
Yeah, somebody took care of that.
the priest
Yeah, let
and
me think. Took care of that one for me. Thank you so very fucking much.
Go play for him.
his son are married out back.
You killed my present. Don't you dare touch Kraken. You touch Kraken, I will rip your soul right out of your fucking head.
Woof. No hollow threats.
All right, I'm gonna start walking to the door to the church, and
Do we need to stock up on supplies before we head to Valaki? How far of a travel is Valaki?
It's
Reckon
more
it's
kind
there.
of cowering in the corner, but you're able to kind of coax them up, and he kind of thinks about it, and let me hold on.
I also trip over my dress since I didn't realize I was wearing one.
It's 17 miles to Valaki.
So that's at least a 2-day
It'll
walk.
take, it depends on how fast you travel. You're looking at 14 if you hustle. If you don't, maybe a day, less than a day.
I could use some help here, people. Just
What do
saying.
What do we need to do to help you, Pix?
Well, without a priest, I am at a little bit of a short end.
I gesture to my cleric sister, who is a priest of Sith.
I am a priest. I wiggle my fingers at Pix and I go, Priestess of Frigga.
Oh yeah.
We're a Norse. It's a Norse deity, and we're kind of savages, but I think we still count.
Hey, a god's a god. I'm not picky. I don't believe in any of them. Unfortunately, I've been bitten by a fucking vampire, so I kind of have to have one to help.
Oh, Lord.
So what's
Yeah,
wrong?
Pix, you're feeling rough. Like
Yeah.
you don't feel
And there's that other that's
vampiric.
why I feel rough, and I can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
What's wrong with her?
Oh.
She's got to have a rest. When the vampire bit her, it dropped her down to 14 permanently. That's her max.
I cannot heal.
Well,
I can't heal anymore.
You
I can
got that
never
back
heal.
now. You took a long rest. You
Huh?
got that
You
back.
got it back in the long rest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I thought it was day. I thought it was too long rest.
No, just one.
Oh, is it just one?
Okay, you're back.
You're
to
fine.
20.
Yeah.
Never mind. I read wrong.
Let's get moving. Come on.
There was a general store here, right? Do we want to stop and see if they have anything we need, or do we just want to head straight to Valaki?
Plans would help.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Let's see if I'm gonna listen to the voice.
Gesundheit.
Let's see if I'm gonna listen to the voice of reason.
Oh fuck, we're screwed.
Yep, I'm gonna listen.
Okay.
Oh, what's
So-
backwards?
Because there was that, what was it, Bildrath's Mercantile?
Yes, look at the note taker.
This is why she's the note taker. Because
Exactly.
I'd be like, hold on,
True.
I'm hoping.
store 47 pants cucumber. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Like my
Some of my
notes
lost
are
loot.
serial killer notes. There's just nothing
I'm
useful on
hoping
them.
that maybe if we go to the Mercantile, we can get a map or some more information on Velaki, since this Mark doesn't have jack shit to tell us.
Sure. I'm just along for the ride and preparing to carry that bitch when she passes out.
I mean, what is the reasoning behind taking those two with us again?
We promised the brother that we would take her to Velaki.
To the
Or
app.
You
You're
guys and
just
your
being
prom-
nice.
Wanted to take my words that she was screwed no matter what we did.
The purpose of taking them with us is main quest storyline.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't need that way.
Where the hell?
Well, theoretically, as far as we know, Strahd is what brought us here. Capturing her makes Strahd happy. We don't want Strahd happy. And it could make him more powerful. We don't know. So getting her as far away from Strahd is A, good karma, and B, could help prevent.
Also, side note, we get levels at milestones, and if we
Exactly.
just burn down the houses, we're never gonna get to level 4.
Exactly.
Now that I can go with.
Yeah, I was just wondering because I couldn't.
Murder hoboing does not gain levels. My quest milestones do.
But you can
Yeah,
murder hobo while we quest. It's fine.
I just couldn't remember
There you
any
go.
significance other than that she was getting attacked all the time, and
Yeah, it's
that
because
stuff.
Strahd wants her, and we don't want Strahd to have her. Is the short version.
We're trying. Some of us are trying to be
Yeah.
nice people, and those of us who are trying to be
don't make that
are
character
trying
choice
to
for me.
steal.
I've already
We're
gotten
trying to
everything I
rescue
want out of them, and our Goliath friend has benefited from that choice as well.
Yeah, y'all burned their house down and got all their. Quit bitching.
Yeah, who wants to go shopping again?
I just want to know if they have
Don't look at me.
a
I'm just
map. I want a map.
Yeah, what are y'all doing with what are y'all gonna do with the ranger? Are you just gonna leave him in the church?
Let's walk
Because
up-
as of right now, I will remind you, you did blame the fire on him, and they have not seen him because you locked him in a separate room. So.
Leave him there with a note.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you want to find whatever you drew on the pirate's face with, and write a note like on the wall next to him saying, "Hey, you went into a coma and we couldn't carry you, so we're headed here. Feel free to catch up."
Yeah, even though we have
I have pen and paper.
we can carry him.
Let's write him a note and leave it by his head.
Because the only other
Nice.
option is to find a bed sheet and make like a giant baby Bjorn for the Goliath to carry him around in, which would be entertaining but cumbersome.
Yeah,
Well,
I
and
Nope.
don't see much
Mark already
importance.
went
I think he could figure it out on his own, being
Yeah.
a hunter as he is.
The only way you'd get Bear to do that is if it was a female who was very well endowed, because then he could just, handfuls whenever you wanted.
So are you guys everybody going shopping, or are y'all doing something
I'll
different?
go to the Mercantile.
I am.
I'm following Chelsea.
Okay. Smo, you're
Ditto.
going to?
Ditto.
I'd like to go to the Mercantile, please.
Okay.
Yeah, sure, I'll go.
The old mercantile.
I want to change out of my dress first since I just tripped on the hem of the skirt and ate shit.
I could have
Okay.
tied it up for you into some sweet harem pants.
Okay.
Sorry to randomly mute out. That's me blowing my nose.
Yeah, I'm,
Okay.
I'm very I'm very jovial this morning because my dreams were so nice. So I'm just kind of laughing it off, and I changed back into my own pants,
He hasn't
which are
seen the
more
mirror
roomy.
yet, has he?
No, not
Okay.
at all. So I'm having a pretty good.
We're in
day.
vampire land. What if mirrors don't even exist here?
That's a good point. I can't wait for the merchant to meet him.
Okay, so y'all all head to the merchant, and Smo is he's staying behind and he's changing out his clothes, and you go to follow them and you're a little bit behind them and you're just having a great day and you're skipping along and kind of whistling and just having fun. And you come up to this row of houses here, and the mists they kind of start to thicken a little bit around you.
Oh, you gotta pay for that fucking pastry.
Okay.
And in one of the alleyways as you pass, you notice that there's a dark figure kind of leaning up against the building with one foot up, and his head's kind of down, and when he passes he looks up and he smiles at you and he says, "Hello."
I want to make kind of a thieves' cant kind of symbol with my hand, so that way, like, if he happens to be,
I'll be right back.
he would know it. And I want to say, well, good morning to you, stranger.
And he kind of laughs and he's like, "Stranger? In my land, you call me stranger. I think you are the stranger."
Well, it's a term meaning I don't know who the fuck you are.
And he just kind of smiles and he comes walking over to you, and you notice that, you know, he is very tall, very pale, very noble, lordship looking guy. And he reminds you of the guy that you saw in the fire when you first came here, and the guy you saw outside of Death House when you exited. And
Yep.
he walks up and he holds out a hand and he said, "Well, I am Lord Strahd. I am the ruler of all of this land, and I have yet to make your acquaintance, sir."
Ah,
You
you're
invited
the guy.
us.
Well, you know, I got your letter, and I'm gonna shake his hand and be
Okay.
cordial, but kind of on edge,
Oh shit, dude.
and say, I am the famous Captain Smo. I'm sure you've heard of me.
And he kind of raises his eyebrow and he goes, "Indeed, indeed. Well, I just noticed that you were new in town and you are associating with somebody that is a little important to me, and I was just wondering what you were doing. I noticed that her house burnt to the ground recently, and I was a bit concerned."
Yeah, shame that when you don't open the flue all the way in the fireplace, it really it could just go up in no time.
Indeed, indeed.
Yeah, silly children. Big house all to
Yes.
themselves. What do you expect? House parties all the time.
True that.
Yeah, shit gets out of hand. I wasn't there. I was in the church.
Okay, roll me a deception on that one.
Yeah.
It better be high.
That's a 12.
A 12.
Oh, that's too funny.
He kind of laughs and he's like, "Ah." So that aside, so where are you planning on going now? What is her plans, if you don't?
Well, we're going shopping, and from
Yes.
there we're doing some bullshit. I don't know. I don't really care about the girl.
We're getting
Oh.
religion.
Well, I do care about the girl deeply, and I would be
That's cool.
very thankful to anyone who could help me keep her safe.
Why would I want
Would
to do
you
that?
be interested in helping me? Well,
What's in it
I
for
am
me
the
if I do?
ruler
And
of
I
this
do this
land.
whole of what's in it for me in this?
And he laughs again, and he's like, "Dear sir, I am the ruler of this land. You name it, and if it's in my power, I could give it. If Irina means a great deal to me. And I know before you say it that everybody thinks I am the devil. But really, really, that is not the whole story, I assure you. Perhaps
I
later
believe we were
on, if you
talking about
prove
money.
yourself."
You're making this monologue and not talking about prices here. So again, what is in it for me if I help you in this?
You know, I may not be the devil, but you do not want to press me. I have already said that I can make.
I'm just gonna start walking away because this guy is just cheating.
I knew that was coming.
On and on with this guy.
Give him the hook.
Gosh. Okay, hold on.
Actually, as I walk away, can I kind of like bump him with my shoulder real quick and make a sleight of hand check to try to pickpocket him?
Oh, damn, dude.
It would have to be the pickpocket of your life, but yes, you can try it.
All right. That's a 14, so not terrible.
Yeah,
God, mediocre
no.
rolls. Shit. All right. Well, I still shoulder him pretty hard.
Okay. He
So you have your
laughs.
backup character ready to go?
Jeffrey lives again. So, you know.
Are you trying to get Jeffrey in here?
I feel
Yes.
like that would be incredibly entertaining given our penchant for burning things down.
Exactly.
True. Jeffrey would just go running off into the distance.
Sorry, I did not think that you would do this. Okay.
Did not think that you were dumb enough to pickpocket the big bad in this campaign.
Okay, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy, that's my specialty.
Oh, shit.
That's a 10.
Okay.
Oh, no.
He just kind of waves his hand at you, and all of a sudden, Strahd is just like the best friend you've ever had in your life. You just feel like you could tell him anything, and just, you know, anything he asks, you would do.
Is this like a charm person or a dominate person?
This is a charm, but it's
Okay.
Strahd's charm. And
Share your jorts.
And he's like, come over here. Come over here. He's like, and you could go over, and he's like, you know, I was willing to give you whatever you wanted just to help me. But now I want something from you. And he is going to bite you.
Oh,
All right, cool.
And you're going to let him because you're charmed.
Sure.
You're just gonna go, "Er?" There you go, dude. Right inside the dress.
Okay. That's 9. 9 piercing and 17 necrotic.
Okay. So I'm unconscious.
And let's see.
Actually,
FYI, if Jeffrey shows up, Air might kill him herself. Just throwing that out there.
It's coming.
Okay.
but
What is your hit point maximum, real quick, just before you do that?
it's 26.
Okay. So, yeah.
But I have relentless endurance. When I'm reduced to 0,
Right.
I'm not killed outright, but I drop to 1 hit point. So I've got 1 hit point if I use this feature.
Okay. So, yeah. So he bends down and he pats your face. And he's like, perhaps next time you will be less God, my brain just quit.
Yeah,
Blue.
get it out there, buddy. Come on, stuttering Stanley.
Damn stuttering vampires. That overbite.
It makes it really hard to.
My name is Strahd.
Yeah, knock him 1 hit point. That's a good plan.
Are you really going to say
No, because I'm charmed, but I'm at 1 hit point, so.
Sorry. But yeah, maybe next time you won't be so belligerent.
I wouldn't
whatever
count
you
on it.
say, buddy.
And he
And
like
I'm feeling very weak, but he's still my pal at this point.
yeah,
So.
yeah. And he just smiles and he says, "Now, where are you taking Irina?"
We're going to some town. I can't remember the name of it.
Smo really would. He doesn't pay attention to our planning.
Right now?
Yeah, he doesn't. He actually wouldn't have any clue where the hell we're
Yeah.
going.
Exactly.
Thank God he's not interrogating the note taker.
Yeah. some town with a V.
See, that doesn't
It's a
work.
town
I
with
don't
an
really
E.
remember.
That doesn't work
And
for
I start
me,
rubbing my
friend.
forehead while I'm thinking, and then I notice there's just ink coming off of it. I'm like, that's weird.
And he just kind of looks down at you, and he's like, "That really doesn't work for me, friend."
Does he have like a handkerchief in his pocket that I could kind of just take out of there? Not even like stealing, just take it and like spit on it and start rubbing my face? Because we're pals and all, so
Sure,
it
let's say
seems
you
like a
do.
pretty friend. Yeah, I'm gonna take a silk
This
handkerchief out
fine,
and start
like,
rubbing
silk handkerchief, like, probably has his
Handkerchief.
initials stitched on it.
It's
Yeah.
embroidered with the crest and everything.
And
Yeah, I'm like spitting on it and just
he says, "Listen, I want you at
Yeah.
your first opportunity to bring Irina to me instead of taking her to this town. I'm sure a man of your skills," and he kind of looks at you up and down like,
I mean, she's right up the road. Why don't you just go get her?
but that's no fun. I would rather her be brought to me in my castle. And you're
Where-
right here, and you could help me do such a thing.
You're right here too. I mean, we're both right here. And at the
Yeah,
same time,
Strahd's
like
finding
I'm
out
done
this
with
is
his.
first friend ever.
I'm going to fold up his little pocket square and put it back in his pocket. Now that I've gotten all the crap off my face, be like, okay. So where's your castle? You've never invited me before, so not really sure.
And you see like a map unfold in your mind, and you know that instead of going, when you reach the gates, instead of going on to Valhalla, you would turn right and head towards Castle Ravenloft. And
No, yeah, seems easy enough.
yes,
Sure, I'll do
I'm
it.
sure you can get her and bring her to me.
Yeah, why not?
Until
I already put in
then-
a roll, so she trusts me.
Is Strahd going to allow him to put his spit-shined handkerchief back in his pocket? 'Cause that seems real, like, unsanitary.
Stroud
They're
is
buds.
like
Strahd drinks other people's blood. I don't think he
Yeah,
cares.
Stroud
But
is
he would-
like he's amused by Snow, very much so.
Well, at least somebody is, other than me.
he kind of is amused by his brazen attitude a little bit. So, but
He's a
And-
half orc. What kind of manners can he possibly have?
and he kind of wants to get his way, and he's like, good. And feel free to bring your friends if they will be polite. If they are polite, then they can come to dinner, and there
If
will be no
Smo's our
harm.
threshold, we're all polite.
I'm gonna say I don't know. I think that cleric's a little stuffy.
Ah, yes. Very interesting to have Ajmir in Barovia. Haven't seen that
You're
one in a while.
ASMR? That's kind of strange. Do you want me to talk a lot softer? Is that good for you? All right, so they're shopping and I'm starving. So yeah, dinner at 6, I guess.
And he's like, I expect you to fulfill this agreement. And he turns around and disappears into the mist, and the mist
Sure thing,
lightens.
champ.
And you're very bad off. Like, you have 1 hit point, so you're
Yeah,
on the
I'm
ground.
bleeding from my eyeballs at this point.
Yeah.
Do I
So-
remember this interaction as I go back to join them?
Oh yeah. This
I
charm
mean, like-
is gonna.
Because they're
Yes.
going to have some questions for me, I'm sure.
When he shows up bleeding to death, yes, the cleric is going to
Yeah,
want to know
we're
what happened.
I'm going to come in just like bleeding out my ears, mouth, nose, eyes. What's up, buds?
Is he going to stumble in?
Well, he's just
Top of the morning. with
right now. He's
feet smeared
lying
all
in the
over.
street with 1 hit point. So,
All right, well, I thought I had stood back up and that was how I stole his pocket square, but
well,
How long has this been? Like, how long have we been in the building that he hasn't been with us?
Oh, not long.
We wouldn't
Not
really
long.
be.
I mean, it's just been a
remember.
conversation. So
Yeah.
I mean, you can stand back up, but you are hurting very badly. Like, I don't know how far you could get on your own feet. Let's put it that way.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna very painstakingly hobble my way down the road since sitting
Okay.
here just doesn't seem
Yeah.
important to me.
And the charm spell lasts for 24 hours. So,
Oh,
I mean,
Oh wow.
Cool.
you're gonna know like that this guy is your best friend and that your party members don't like him. So I don't think that you would readily say, "Hey, I just talked to Strahd." You might say, "Hey, I
What
was just
happened to
attacked
you?
by
My
a
new best
vampire."
friend hit me. It was weird.
He's got
Like,
a bite
back-
mark.
Yeah, he does have
So,
a bite mark, right?
Yes, he has a bite mark, unless and he has blood loss. So
Okay.
So in other words, we're gonna find you a freaking wreck, dude.
yeah, you're in bad
Okay,
shape.
What are you getting?
So where's this shop? Like, can I get at least close
Just straight down
enough? Close enough, like within shouting distance. Oh, there's the icon. Sorry. I still
Yeah,
can't
can
see.
you see it?
I want to get into that little square right outside there, and I'm gonna flop down on the ground and start shouting bloody murder. Vampires! Vampires everywhere! Help! Save yourselves! Run!
Okay. While all that was going on, you guys enter the mercantile. Sparse light from the building spills out behind heavily drawn curtains. A sign over the door, creaking on its hinges, reads, Bill Drath's Mercantile. You enter and you see a man behind the counter, kind of stacking things and putting things where they go. And he
Does
turns
he have
around.
the same demeanor as the bartender?
Yeah, does he seem like a soulless or a sold?
No, this guy seems sold. He is very happy to see some customers, and he's all like,
Double entendre.
hello. It's nice to see some customers around this place. What can I help you with here?
Hello, sir.
Food, potions, weapons, and armors.
Oh yes. I have such things. What would you be interested in?
Health potions, weapons, and armor.
Okay. Well, yes, I have health potions. They're 500 gold apiece. And the weapons, what are you interested in? I have a nice long sword that's 150 gold, or this crossbow, and he picks up a crossbow and he's like 250 gold.
By the way, Bear, or Graylich, remember when I gave you my crossbow in the death house because I picked up a heavy crossbow and then it disintegrated in the death house? Any chance that you want to trade that back for something?
What do you have?
I have some stuff.
Mm.
I have some shiny stuff.
Shinies?
Shinies.
We like
So after hearing how much the health potions cost, I would like to look around and see where the pirate is, because at this point I'm thinking, man, I wish someone would steal something because we don't have 500 gold for health potions. Oh, where's the thief of our group?
Yep, and he is not around.
Well, shit.
I pass you the crossbow, and say, if you feel something to give an equal value, please give it. You gave it to me, so I give it back. I'm returning.
No, shinies! Shinies!
Yeah, and all those gems we took, Justin, if you remember, they are 100 gold.
Yeah, I marked that in the notes too.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. If I find any spells, I will pass them on to you, Pix. And
Thank you!
And Bill Rass like watching you do this trade, and he's like, well, what about this magnifying glass? It's only 1,000 gold. Or this spy glass,
For
it's
a
only 10,000.
Oh, dude, you're desperate.
you don't get very many buyers, do you?
I'm not desperate. If you want it badly enough, you're gonna have to pay for it.
Yeah,
If we want it that badly, we'll take it.
Exactly. We'll just burn this place to the ground. Not our first time.
He goes, "Hey, Wimple, get out here!" And this huge guy, Wimple, this huge guy, he comes out.
Yeah, you might need to
and
type that afterwards.
He's got like muscles rippling beneath his tunic, and he is just huge, and he's stocked to the nines with weapons and armor, and he just
does he look Bear eye to eye, or is Bear still looking down at this guy?
He's just he's not really looking you in the eye. He just kind of comes out and he kind of crosses his arms and stands beside Bildrath.
I actually had a question for you. Bildrath, correct?
Yes.
Do you have maps of Bavaria? Were rather recent imports from Strahd.
Maps? I don't get much call for maps of the area. Most of the locals know where they're going.
I put my thumb over my shoulder at Ishmark. I was like, yes, our local's a little geographically challenged.
And he looks back and he's like, "Oh, the lesser, yes."
The lesser. Your name is the lesser, and you're our guide.
And Ishmark just kind of like looks down and is kind of.
Oh boy, what if we are so screwed?
Bildrath's like, "Well, I could maybe try to help you if you tell me where you're going. I don't have a map per se, but I might could give you directions for a price."
Okay, I'm done.
Do you need anything done? Any bartering or anything that we can do to help you?
No, I'm pretty good here.
Apparently not if you want 10,000 for a freaking magnifying glass.
Things are much more expensive around here. If you stay here any amount of time, you'll figure out that supplies are in great demand around here.
I want pass his guard.
Look over it. I'm looking for the cat. Like, please don't break anything.
And right when he says that, you hear screaming from out in the courtyard, "Vampire! Vampire!
Vampires everywhere
out here."
Head for the
Look
hills.
at that. And I draw my sword and run out the door.
The vampire racists run out, weapons drawn.
Yeah.
Does everybody run?
Are you gonna run, or are you gonna take on the bouncer kid?
And am I bigger than him, or is he bigger than me?
You are probably bigger than him, but he's probably the biggest human you've seen. Like,
Yeah, I was about to say, you're not human.
yeah. So, Liz, what are you doing? Are you going out or?
Yeah, I'll caboose the runners.
Okay.
If you're gonna attack this guy, could you wait until you have the entire group for backup? I'm just saying.
This is Bear you're talking about here. Come on.
and he's like a bull in a china shop scenario right now. Like, I kind of want this to happen.
You just left the one that loves dead things and shiny things and the bull.
All I ask is that when we go back in there and the distraction of him beating the other dude to death is happening, that the rogue steal all the health potions.
Think of all the things we can.
Brian, I'm gonna heal you, and then I'm gonna need you to go in there and rob this man blind. Okay?
Right.
Yes! You're up.
That was what I wanted to do. That's the only reason I agreed to go to the store in the first place. I was like, well, I could steal shit. I'm not spending my gold.
So two pigs and Gurlich are staying in the mercantile, and everybody else ran out.
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay.
When I run out and see him laying in the street and no vampires, I put my weapon up and go, "Oh, it's just you."
I'm going
On his face.
I'm gonna run over to him, and has he collapsed in the street?
Yeah, I fell down in the middle of it.
I'm gonna go down to my knees next to him and like turn his head to the side where he has this great gapping bite wound and be like, "Well, there were vampires," and like kind of turn his head to show my sister.
Not heal him. Just show him off.
She just
Well, and then you just let me finish, and then I'm gonna slap my hand on it and heal him.
Oh, cool.
smack it
I'm
as
gonna
hard
do
as
that
you can.
desperate dying man thing where I'm like holding on to her shoulder, being like, there were like 30 of them. I tried to fight them off, but they got the better of me. And I'm going to cough some blood up and make it really extravagant and messy.
You're gonna sell it.
Yeah. Yep.
And I look at him and I'm like, if there were 30 vampires, you'd be in pieces.
You doubt me so much, lass. I think I saved the town.
Yes, actually.
Because I cough some blood and it kind of spatters her face a little bit.
Oh, that's great. You spattered all over her boobs. Wonderful.
Nah, just her face.
My boobs are covered in armor.
Oh,
so-
that's great.
And I'm not even going to try to go for the healing power of the breast.
yeah, you try to touch my boobs, I'm gonna leave you bleeding out in the
Yeah,
street.
because that's how seriously I'm trying to sell this lie, in that there were just so many of them. Like I'm holding onto her shoulder and just wild-eyed.
I'm trying to see which spell would be best for this. Hang on.
In the meantime,
Okay. I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on you.
Oh.
And so that's going to be 1d8 plus my spell casting plus something else. Hang on. Plus 2 plus the spell level.
Whenever she's done, if you still need a couple, just let me know and I'll top you off so she's not wasting all her reserves.
I don't have a high health max, so fine. Anything's better than one.
It's fair.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 points of health.
Wow.
So
Okay, cool.
Strahd hit you for 17, right, Brian?
He hit me for 26 total.
But with the bite, it was 17, right?
Yeah, one of them did 17, the other did the rest of it, the necrotic.
Yeah, so you only gained 4.
What?
Oh, well, fuck that. That's bullshit.
Do I
That's what comes with vampire bite.
notice that? Do I notice that my healing spell is not working?
You notice that it worked to an extent, but his hit point maximum is down.
That wound ain't
Fucking
closing.
hard, Jesus.
So he only has 5 hit points? Like I can't heal him anymore?
His hit point maximum is now 4.
Oh, that's garbage.
Yeah, until, you know.
Remember,
How
I
do you
got a
fix
grazing
that?
blow when I was 14, and that was a grazing blow. And I'm
Yeah,
tiny.
Wow.
That was a newborn baby vampire too.
Exactly.
Jesus.
Oh dear.
So
Hey,
I
you picked on Strahd. I mean,
I heal him and I'm looking at it and I'm like, this isn't working right. What kind of vampire attacked you?
There were all the
69.
vampires.
You have one vampire bite. You have one bite.
Well, I didn't stop to get their name and rank.
You have
One bit him and the other 29 had straws that they put in the hole.
Yes.
Practical.
I'm gonna.
And they did the whole
Pirate
There
flesh.
Will Be Blood speech of, now I'm drinking your milkshake. The whole thing.
Well, he's still because we're still dealing in the street. I'm gonna grab his face and turn his face toward me and look at him and be like, "What kind of vampire bit you? This was a powerful one."
It must have been because he pretty much wiped me out.
So it was just one.
Well, the one that bit me, yeah. The rest of them held me down and I couldn't defend myself.
Oh. Okay. Hey, what do I have here? I have to have something here. Don't, dang it. Okay.
Greater history.
Would something holy help me out in this situation?
I doubt it.
I have something that'll help temporarily, but it won't help a lot.
Yeah, because I still have that vial of holy water that I snagged from the corpse of the priest.
Because I can cast Aid, which is up to 3 creatures within range. Each target hit point maximum and current hit points increased by 5 for 8 hours. So that'd at least bump him up to 9 whole hit points for 8 hours.
Yeah,
You
it's not going to matter in the long run because everything's going to one-shot me anyway at this point, even with that slight bump.
True.
So, yeah, let's just go with it.
Did we figure out if there was something that we could cast to get rid of the hit point cap other than the 8-hour rest?
Lesser Restoration should do it, but I won't have that till
Next level.
I would say, like, all in all, like, my faculties are pretty good. Like, I didn't drop anything on my my actual
Yeah, your
stats.
faculties are all there. Yeah.
I'm just looking super pale and anemic at this point. So
Okay.
You're looking a bit rough.
So basically, if you get hit and don't die immediately, one of us needs to heal you.
Yeah. I'm going to lead over him. I'm going to lead further over him and be like, you know, we'd be more willing to trust you if you tell us the truth. And it'd be easier to help you. And then I get up and walk away.
You never disputed that I was lying.
Not in this specific situation.
But I suspect that Eris suspects that you're not telling the truth because if there had been multiple vampires, you would be dead. Because she saw what just a few vampires did to her Viking village. So she doesn't believe your whole tale of 30 vampires.
Well,
Full of shit.
well, come on, a bunch of them held me down. One powerful one bit me. It could be other motives. You never know.
Yeah, but she thinks you're full of shit, and she's seen you lie before, so she's just going to give you that warning, like, you're on.
So before we go back
fair
and
enough.
mercantile, do we want to do potty breaks or?
Yes.
Yep, and then it'll be our turn to start a carnage inside the mercantile.
Yeah, now that he's not bleeding to death, we're headed back into the...
Yeah.
Let her start a carnage first.
I'm also going to turn to my sister after I get up from him and walk over to as I'm walking past my sister, I'm going to say to her and Astamir, watch him.
I'll be back.
Because I don't trust you because you're a sneaky little son of a bitch.
No trust for you.
Is she doubly suspicious that somehow at some point during the 30 vampire attack he had time to wash his face?
Because when I knelt down to heal him, she totally saw the fact that his forehead was clean. It was like, yes, you were attacked by 30 vampires and you cleaned your forehead.
29 of them were mom vampires that did the thumb lick.
In his defense, though, he stayed behind to get, like, cleaned up and stuff. That's the whole reason he was behind.
Too far out of reach that I might have stopped, and that's how they cornered me.
But he also didn't say anything about somebody writing "liar, liar, pants on fire." And if he'd have seen that on his forehead, he would have said something to us.
But I still couldn't see what it said. I just know there was ink on my face.
Right.
So,
But
Notice
he's also half dead, so maybe that's not the first thing on his mind.
yeah, but
You just had to mention that he was
Erin's
dying.
already super suspicious of him because of his tendency to lie. So she's just gonna keep her eye on him.
well, you could roll some
Yeah,
against my deception.
we could do
Yeah.
that.
Really see how that goes, but I'm gonna go.
not
through
there
real quick.
I'm gonna go potty. Be right back.
He has suspicions.
Yep, ditto.
Not ready to actively accuse.
Yeah, I'm not making any accusations. I just feel like there was more to the story that he's not telling us.
I never expected him to.
Pickpocket Strahd. God.
Oh God, It's so funny because I'm in that Curse of Straw DMs group, and like everything everybody talks about, I'm like, yeah, that doesn't work in this in my group.
My people are crazy. That
You should share the pickpocketing Strahd with that group.
Yeah,
They're-
you're like,
they're
you
just all
think
like-
your people are crazy? Here,
Like they have all these posts about like none of their people figured out the dream pastries had people in them, and I'm like, my guys figured that out like immediately. That was the first thing.
We're
I guess
in a
'cause we're-
land that's created by vampires, and someone offered us a meat pastry. You think our first thought's not Soylent Green?
okay, clearly, their players aren't suspicious enough. Which one, maybe because most of us met in a murder group, we're just naturally suspicious.
Yeah,
people.
exactly.
That's probably part of it. We automatically assume the worst.
It's just funny.
We are naturally suspicious people because I mean, like that was That was Brian's thing when he was DMing. Like when we all went to that tube with the Naga skeleton, we're like, okay, we're gonna disarticulate the skeleton and put it in different rooms, and then we're gonna tie the feet of the armor together and do all of this shit before we touch anything.
And none of us wanting to eat the doppelganger clam chowder because we're like, no, there's something wrong with that.
It's like,
You
why
don't
would
eat
you do it?
clam chowder.
It's like, why would you do it? We're like, because we know this is a trap. Like, we're smart enough to realize that
Why would you do it is the question.
there's a giant snake skeleton in a
In what scenario do you go into a fort that you thought was abandoned and have a strange dude be like, oh, hey, nice to see you. You got past all my
Clam
traps. Want
chowder."
some clam chowder?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're in a
no.
mountain. We're on a mountain. You're gonna offer me clam? No, we're not near the ocean. We're on a mountain, dude.
Best case scenario, that's a pot of food poisoning.
We're just suspicious people. It's a problem. The thing-
When he was the whole time I was doing that, I was like, is he trying to get Jeffrey in this game? Is that
Maybe.
what we're doing?
Guys, look how cute my grandpa dog is.
Oh, Jack, what are you doing? Hi,
I
Jack.
can't, I can't hear you. Mom has headphones on.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
Jackie Jack.
And then
I'm
you
not the
probably
only
can't see Perseus next to him.
On his butt.
Aw.
He's just so cute with his little headrest. And then the cat is just sitting maniacally next to me on the armrest in case I need to like evil pet a cat or something.
Yeah, the boys are very glad that we're home.
I can imagine.
Yeah, they've been up our ass even more than usual.
Mm. Yeah, that's why they're on the couch because Cass is home and he's gone during the week. So they're like, Dad snuggles.
Yep.
Perseus isn't touching him at all times. She's freaking out.
Hold him out.
What are you doing?
Right there. You can come in with me.
Okay.
Lock the poor baby outside.
How dare you?
Like I've watched him walking and running.
May I say how much I loved Lucy's? Do you like it?
That was the best cat face. Just the most perfect expression of
I got you pregnant. Now,
Okay.
I'm just glad that I rolled decently where it was just like, okay, let me look around first before all of a sudden I'm like, why are there dead things showing up?
Okay, y'all ready?
All right. So, so
In the mercantile.
you're in the mercantile. Everybody's rushed out, and you and Vix are
I look-
standing there, and Bill Rath is kind of looking around. He's like, vampires, and he's kind of worried. He's like,
Should we negotiate?
So you've got this small guy that bigger than most of you all in
He's
your
so
store to protect you because you rip off everyone else while there's vampires here.
Sarah disappeared.
We lost Sarah.
Oh no!
DM's gone.
There we go.
Luke,
sorry.
Don't do that
steal
stuff.
everything. Damn.
We lost the DM!
This is gonna have to play with
my
himself.
book, and I don't know what the hell happened, but it kicked me out. Okay. I don't know
Everyone else we can stall till they get back. We need you here.
Yeah.
Here,
We
okay.
can't do anything without the DM.
Fancy Ground should be back up. I don't know.
It's still up. It didn't go
Yeah,
down.
we didn't lost it.
Okay. Just checking. Okay. So yeah. So So what were you saying?
Okay, back to your spiel. Go back.
Okay.
Go back to your
Rewind.
spiel.
So you've got this
Very good.
short little guy here who's bigger than most of you, grant you, but still a little guy to protect you while you rip people off while there's vampires here.
Yeah, kind of a douchey thing to do, dude.
My prices are in line with my competitors.
What
Wow.
competitor?
Well, if you
I
go
haven't
to other villages or towns in Borovia, my prices are right in line with that. Things are expensive here. The only way we get merchandise in and out is through the Vistani, and they're very difficult to deal with, and their prices are extremely high, and I have to make something of a profit, so I have to charge more for my merchandise. I don't want any trouble. I'm just a business owner, and I just am trying to make a living here.
I'm not in there yet, but I just thought of something. I wonder if he'll buy stuff also for exorbitant prices.
Doubtful.
Yeah, I'm thinking that the way they get their products is they wait until Strahd kills the adventurers he brings in. So we're walking product.
I mean, he does have healing potions, weapons, and 1,000 gold magnifying glass. So that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, great, negotiator.
So, I mean, not trying to be rude at all, but if you want to buy something, go ahead and buy it. But if not, there is screams of vampires from the street. I would like to lock up the shop.
Go ahead. We'll wait for you.
Pansy.
Lock it up.
Oh, you want
Have you
to?
wandered in there yet?
Um,
I'm hoping we wander in time to hear him say, based on the screams of vampires, I'm locking up the shop, so we can be like, tell them that we took care of it. God is good at lying.
yeah, I'll say that he's
He
like
knows us.
he's like debating walking over to the door to lock up, and he's kind of jingling his keys around when y'all walk in. So
Okay.
No,
And
go
how much?
ahead. Be my guest. Lock your doors.
How much of that conversation did Smo overhear?
You would just basically, I mean, unless you stood at the door listening, you would just basically walk into some guy rustling his keys, and the big guy standing there, and
So
Girlich looking.
I don't know he's trying to extort anybody. So I'm gonna notice the tension at least and be like, so what's the deal? What's going on in there?
So I
I'm gonna
turn
walk
back
in
to
right behind you.
Let me
Walk in.
say this real quick. Why don't either all of you or some of you roll into what's the thing to see if somebody's lying? I can't even think.
Insight.
Insight check on him.
19 plus
11.
8. Seems honest to me. Just making a living.
19.
6.
Okay,
19.
yeah. Everybody, including Girlich, you feel like he's telling you the truth, especially you, Girlich. Like you get that. You really believe that he has to pay I cannot talk today. Very
Exorbitant.
high prices for his goods, and he's just, that's why everything costs so much.
So even with a 19, he still believes the dude?
It's because he's telling the truth.
Yes, the dude
We need to
is
find out.
basically telling the truth.
We need to find out where he's getting his goods. He said the Vistani, right? That's what he told you guys.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't really know that. But
Yeah, I don't know that, but they know that. So
yeah, Pixon.
He's writing it down in note.
Well,
Fine, then where do we find these lovely people that love to charge absorbent amount of prices for things that should cost a pittance? Go ahead, enlighten us.
Well, I
Please.
mean, there's a lot of them in Vakala or Valaki. I can't talk today, and that you can find them throughout the land. They're very nomadic people, and they travel in their carts and
right, basically,
And you-
gypsy.
basically
And you
gypsies.
must-
Yes.
are you willing to die for this gentleman? Now it's phrased as a question, not as a threat.
Periwinkle just kind of looks to the side, and he just kind of looks and
I'm in there at this point, and I hear this. I'm like, we are not killing a man for his goods.
Bill Wrath like pats him on the shoulder, and he's like, my nephew here, he's not the smartest individual, but he'll keep me safe.
Neither is our
Also, I
pirate.
feel like someone named Periwinkle has a lot to prove. So,
Why don't we go to the
pretty much-
Vistani?
I
walk over.
saved the whole village from a shitload of vampires and got bit in the process. So what the fuck is the problem in here?
I walk over and I pat Periwinkle on the head. Keep up the good work, kid. And I walk out.
Tori, stop
So
moving him.
he looks at you and he's like, "This village gets attacked by vampires almost every night, sir. Unfortunately, that's not a huge feat around here. The fact that you lived is possibly a huge feat, but
So, from my understanding, there's a dispute on price happening right now, and you're threatening us with your boy.
no, I'm not threatening anybody. I was threatened, so I called for my nephew to come out and keep me safe, basically. I wish no harm. I just wish to make fair transactions. And
There was
what do you deem as fair?
well, I mean, as I told your friends there, I have all kinds of different goods. What are you looking for?
Well, I am feeling very unhealthy because of the vampires that just saved your ass from.
Well, I have a potion of healing for 500 gold pieces.
Oh, okay, now I see the fucking problem. So, now, here's a proposition for you. And I'm going to get very close to him so he can look at how gaunt and pale and fucked up looking I am, and also menacing because half orc. You say, you're going to drop your fucking prices to a steep discount and treat us fairly. And I don't give a shit if I die in here because I've just gotten bit by a vampire, and I'm pretty sure that means I'll be coming back. And when I do, you're first on my list. And then your shop will be my shop.
I think you need...
And that was a very shitty roll, so.
I think you all need to leave now. I have been very forgiving and tried to do business with you, but that is the second or third time you've threatened my life for no real reason. So I would prefer it if you would leave, please.
Air's just been standing in the corner with her hand over her face, and she's like, "Yes, I agree. Let's go, people. Come on. We're not threatening the poor man. Come on."
I leave because
And Ismark like sends Irina out and with Chelsea, and he's like,
Oh,
everybody.
I'm not leaving.
She's
I'm trying
not
to usher everyone else out.
Well, yeah, he's trying to help you. He's like, why do you want to kill everybody? Let's just go.
I don't want to kill everybody. I'm trying to keep the rest of the people in my party from killing your entire damn village. Go, everyone.
I'm already out.
I'm out.
And I grabbed
Fine.
Ishmael. Can you get us to Valaki, or do I need to have this man draw me a map, Mr. the Lesser?
Oh, I know the way.
What? You just got here.
Yeah, I know. There's fucking signs everywhere. I know how to get
Ishmark, can you get us to Valaki?
Yes, like your half-orc friend there said, there's signage we can follow. We should be fine.
Been to Valaki.
Let's go.
I haven't been myself, but
I shoot it out the door, walk over to the shopkeep. I apologize for my party members. They get a little overzealous.
I think you need to leave now, ma'am.
I will leave, and I will get
trying
them.
to apologize, and he's distracted. I want to steal shit.
I will get them out of your entire town. Just give me directions to Valaki, and I will get them out of the entire fucking village.
Okay.
So that's goddamn, I roll like shit today. That's only a 12 slide.
Every time someone says Valaki, I just go, Malakali Valaki is the D&D names are weird.
I'm going to say, since you threatened his life, he is halfway, like, watching you as Air's, trying to make this spiel. He's keeping his eyes on you, so you don't get really the opportunity to swipe anything, really.
All right. Well, then in that case, I'm going to slap down a gem, and I'm going to take a health potion.
Well, he looks at it and he's like, I need about 5 more of these, sir, for a health potion.
And how many more of us is there than you and your boy? You're going to be happy with what you get.
He looks at Air and he's like, you really need to leave right now.
We're charging exorbitant fees for our gems.
Did he actually, how did he grab a health potion? He didn't hand him one.
Yeah, he doesn't. You didn't really have access, Brian.
All right. Well, I'm going to smash the case and take it out.
No.
Fine. All right. He doesn't get my gym then. This place sucks.
Okay.
Let's go to a different comp.
Get out. Please, I will take these people from your village. Just give me directions to the fucking Valaki village.
I've already
He's
got
like-
fucking directions.
I don't trust the orc, okay? Did you see what he just tried?
He's like, no, you really need to leave. And Periwinkle kind of ushers you out. Like, he's not rough about it, but he's just kind of like, get out. And then they lock the door behind you.
I turn and I put my hands on my hips and I give everybody my best, like, disappointed mom look.
What do you
We
want?
can't go anywhere. I can't even get directions because of you people.
We
Can
don't
we,
need
for
directions.
5 seconds?
We don't need directions.
I
I
don't
look at
trust
the-
directions. And Ismark
I'm gonna-
And-
the lesser.
Ismark and
I'm gonna
Irina
point-
have kind of like gone a little ahead of you, and they're having like a heated argument. And Ismark's just saying, "They're all we got. We have to."
I'm going to point to a goddamn sign in the middle of the square, one that clearly points out Wallachia, and be like, look, directions.
Okay. But I would like to have it confirmed by an inhabitant here. And if we could just stop threatening everybody we meet for 5 minutes, I would be happy. We have not threatened a single person here. Every single person we have met here, you have threatened. Can we not do that?
In everyone's defense, a house threatened us like as soon as we arrived. So really, our
We be
response
nice
is
to these
valid.
people. Everything's conspiring to kill us in this entire town.
The cake is
Even
made
those
of
two little
people.
shits that we have to drag along to this goddamn town.
No,
When
Isma has not threatened us. Irina has not threatened us. Neither one of them has threatened us. And if I may remind you, someone burned down their fucking house.
I look over to Grayich and just kind of shrug.
When is she gonna pass out?
Whenever she sleeps.
Whenever she goes to sleep.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so
So
Is
Pix and Girlich just turn and they start walking out of town, and so does
I'm on
and,
his shoulder, just facing backwards, watching all this. Just
yeah,
kick
and
it.
Ismark and Irina are like following them too. So
okay, I'm done. Let's go. Just keep it in mind in the future. We might get better cooperation, please.
oh
And
Lord.
Yes, to whenever we're dealing with assholes.
I walk up next to Solus and I go, how about you, me? How about you, my sister, and me? We just split off. We'll figure our own way out of this shit. I think we'd make it out faster.
Split
I
the
mean,
party.
I am the reason that he brought out the bodyguard in the mercantile. Just saying, that was kind of my bad.
I didn't know.
I didn't.
This one has no mouth.
I didn't technically threaten him, but when he told us his pricing, I did hypothetically say was to keep us from just killing you and taking this stuff instead of paying your crazy prices, which he took as a threat for some weird reason.
I'm gonna catch up with. I'm after my sister says that. I just look at her, sigh really hard, and catch up with Irina. Like
It
I-
was just a question. He answered by showing us his giant fucking bodyguard.
Yep. So I want to use this hostility between me and the cleric to my advantage, since I'm
I'm gonna
still
catch up with
charmed
Irene.
as shit.
Okay.
And I want to put some distance between us, but I want to be well ahead of her, and then I want to stealth
All right.
ahead and be out of sight. So do I need to roll for that, or what do I do?
Roll. Just
Okay.
roll to see how well you stealth. Let's just say that.
Fuck. I am rolling 10s on 4 different d20s, so that's a 14.
A
Thunk.
14.
Funk. Funk.
I'm gonna say you can.
Peg leg.
I'm gonna say you can stealth with a 14. I think
Like, would that be against her, like a perception from her
Yeah,
specifically? or
give me
their
a perception error because you are on edge with him. So
Yeah. I'm watching him like a hawk.
so if you can beat the 14, I'll say you notice him stealth and kind of
Is this a perception? You said
perception. Yeah.
19.
Oh yeah.
Fuck.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
So I immediately am like, where the fuck are you going?
Getting
Actually,
away
no,
from you.
I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna follow him. Not right away, but just like keep an eye on where he's going.
Okay. Well, whenever I get to the next like fork in the road with a sign, I'm planning on changing that sign to point in the direction of Strahd's castle, as I was told to do.
Okay.
And I'm following him, so I want to. Can I see this?
Well, y'all aren't there yet, and
Okay.
Yeah, that's my my plan.
and that's
as
a
we
ways
walk
off.
in.
Yeah, he said before you get to the gate, you have to go right instead of straight. So.
Okay.
But yeah.
Cannot fix this fucking map.
So
yeah, if we had a map, that
There's
would be
nothing
cool.
to see right now, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, and it's not open.
Yeah,
And it's
very-
already zoomed in more than the last one was, so just don't worry about it.
So okay.
True.
So y'all head out of the village of Borovia. Sorry, let me find my notes. Hold on one second. And you travel for about 20 minutes.
Playing the mile part.
Really, you're gonna read the mouth parts all the time.
And you come to a river. It's the river Avalis. It's IVLIS.
Okay.
The river flows as clear as the blue sky through the valley. It's 50 foot wide, and the depth you figure is from 5 to 10 feet, depending on where you are.
Are there any
And
boats?
there is a arching stone bridge spanning
How
the
far
river between the village of Borovia and the other side. It's 50 foot wide.
It's a big ass bridge.
Oh, so we can easily walk across the bridge.
Yeah, it's a big
Fix.
bridge, but
Should we percept it to make sure it's in good condition?
you can't.
Check for trolls.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn invisible and fly out to the side of the bridge so I can look under it. Since I've been asked to check for trolls.
I said it sarcastically.
So I'll go troll hunting. La la la.
Voila.
You said the river is clear and fast flowing.
It is crystal blue, and
Why am I off in the woods?
it's a flowing river. I wouldn't say it's like fast. It's just a regular river. It's just very wide.
Do I see anything underneath the bridge before we cross it?
Nope, it's a bridge.
Okay.
We start crossing it.
May as well cross it.
Okay, you all cross the bridge, and the water's really pretty. Everybody's happy.
Well, most of us.
La 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 la.
Tra-la-la-la-la.
Aside from me and the cleric, everybody's happy.
Exactly right.
Watching
But I get to swim
the
in.
entire
Good.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and you come to a fork in the road.
But I've gotten there first yet, or is there a sign?
Yeah, you are there ahead of them. Now, this is not, you don't see like a gate or anything. It's just
But are there
basically
any signs yet?
yes.
So him and the cleric are up ahead of us.
Okay. So, but I still got to wait till we get to that gate before.
Right. When you
Yeah, okay.
when you see that the gate's coming, that's when Strahd told you to take the right. So
Okay.
you
Is there a sign that says "this way to gate" so I know which way to go? Or is it just all along the same route?
Well, okay. This is what it is. You see an old wooden gallows creaking in the chill wind that blows down from the high ground to the west. A frayed length of rope dances from its beams. The well-worn road splits in two, and a signpost opposite of the gallows points off in 3 directions. One points to Borovia village to the east, which is the way you came. I might murder this, but Tezer Pool, Tser, is to the northwest, and Ravenloft / Bacala is to the southwest. The northwest fork slants down and disappears into the trees, while the southwest fork clings to an upward slope. Across from the gallows is a low wall crumbling in places and partially enclosing a small plot of graves shrouded in fog.
Well, that shit's totally haunted. Let's just go the way the sign's telling us.
So, Brian, you did get there first, so if you want to mess up the signs, you can have an opportunity to do that without air seeing you. You would have to roll for that if you choose.
All right. What do I want to roll to do that?
I would say sleight of hand versus her perception. Do you think that sounds good?
Sure.
Also, does the sign say that Ravenloft and the place we're going are the same direction? Because if so, you don't want to mess up the signs.
It says that. It says that Ravenloft and Bacala are both the same direction. But you could flip them if you wanted to.
Yeah, because I kind of want to just like brush past and like turn it. The place that we're supposed to go is going to be pointing to Ravenloft, and I only rolled a 13.
The place that we're supposed to go is already pointing to Ravenloft. They're in the same direction.
Right.
Oh, so I don't need to change anything then.
Okay. I just didn't know if you wanted to do
Well,
anything.
then don't suggest shit if it's the same direction, Sarah. Come on.
I just wanted to make sure you knew they were in the same direction because I didn't want to have a cleric rogue fight about which direction we need to go when you're trying to get us to Ravenloft.
Okay, so everybody gets up here and you all see the same things. When you look over at the graves, there's 11 gravestones. They're all blank. And the gallows themselves,
treasure in there.
yeah, and the gallows themselves are like 5 foot high with a wooden staircase leading up. When you stand there a minute, you all of a sudden hear a creaky noise behind you when you turn to look at the gravestones, and you turn back to the gallows, and there was nothing there just a moment ago, but now there's a lifeless grave body hanging in the wind. The breeze.
So is Solus jumping and playing with the string off the dead body appeared?
The breeze slowly turns the hanged figure and it fixes its dead eyes upon you. And air to everyone else, it just looks like some random person that you don't recognize, but air, it looks just like your husband.
Yeah, this is fucked up. Kill it with fire or let's leave.
I just kept walking. I didn't even pay attention to the gallows or the tombstones or anything.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm very invested in the gallows.
Yeah, especially after you were playing with the string and all of a sudden a body appeared.
Ah!
Yeah.
I also want to add, I've used 5 different D20s and have not rolled over a 10.
Damn.
We need to get you some good juju crystals.
No.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me go get my dog and bring her in here.
Does Air or does Bryn also recognize the corpse as Rudy, or just me?
Bryn sees a stranger, it looks like a Borovian. It's just hanging there in
I'm
tattered
going
clothes.
to take a step forward and like have a hand up, like Rudy. No. Bryn,
Mm-hmm.
who does that look like to you?
Since she's having me look at it, can I roll a perception check to see what the fuck she might be talking about? Because I don't know.
Sure.
13. Still
Yeah, it looks like a dead Borovian. It's male. It has
dead dude.
nasty clothes, and it looks like it's been out there a while. Its eyes are all bulging, and it's just nasty looking.
I turn and look over my shoulder at her, and like the look on my face is just like absolutely devastated. I'm like, it doesn't look like Rudy.
It is not him. It's whatever. The same shit they showed us in the house. It's not real.
I know.
Can I poke it?
Yeah, you can.
I
You go
turn
to
my back.
you go
You
to
gonna
poke it. You go to poke it, and like your paw goes right through it,
Whoa.
Oh.
I turn
And
my
then-
back on it,
and then it just disappears when you go to poke it.
Hush.
I look at Mark. Are there
Please
stories
don't
of these gallows?
leave us.
Dogs are freaking out.
Sorry.
I look at Ishmark. Are there any stories of these gallows, or is this just another fucked up thing about your country?
I mean, they used to hang people here. I don't know any
Clearly, that's what you
stories.
use gallow for.
I do know, and he looks at the sign, and he's like, the pool, Treasure Pool, and he's thinking, he's like, I think that the Vistani go that route often. I think it's a shortcut.
No,
Let's not believe the dead guy.
no.
Did
Let's-
you say you had Masani? Because I am thirsty.
We just passed a river.
And the Vistani are the guys that they told
The
you that do
yeah.
the trading. Yeah, the gypsies.
Yes, I'm sure that's a wonderful shortcut that all of the heroes take, and then they die horribly, and then the Vistani strip their bodies of everything useful and sell it to that guy.
I mean, I remember now the owners of the tavern, they would talk about it often. They have a camp down there, and it's a shortcut. I'm sure it would be
not
it would,
shortcut way because my give a shit has been broken for a while.
Yeah, and I
Okay.
don't care about anything this kid has to tell us.
Alrighty.
At it, just kind of shake. I glance at the gallows again and just like shake my head and turn and follow my sister.
Okay. So everybody's going the other way around.
And as we walk off, just to irk the cleric even more, I start whistling the tune to message to Rudy.
Oh.
What?
It's a song.
The name is Rudy. RUNI, so it doesn't give me.
Oh.
It doesn't bother me.
I thought you said
I
Rudy.
give it the no shits what you do.
Also, Captain America does not understand that reference.
No,
Okay. So y'all continue walking, and it takes hours.
There, I'm tired.
You've been riding in my couch.
It's boring.
Go to sleep.
And let me see here.
And cup it.
You're an asshole. Heart in my pocket.
Okay.
Oh, that's never a good sound.
Okay. And y'all
Damn it, it is a shortcut.
you do fine. It takes you forever though. It's a good 3-hour trek that y'all are walking. And
We find Gilligan's Island.
you come up back to the river, and you approach a waterfall. You follow the dirt road as it clings to the side of a mountain and ends before an arching bridge of mold-encrusted stone that spans a natural chasm. Gargoyles cloaked in black moss perch on the corners of the bridge, their frowns weather-worn. On the mountain side of the bridge, a waterfall spills into a misty pool nearly 1,000 foot down. The pool feeds a river that meanders into a fog-shrouded pines that blanket the valley below.
Oh wow, you two really
I,
TLC references.
That wasn't exactly the first thing that popped into your head?
Oh wow. Oh.
I want to at least like breathe in the nice misty air from the water,
Yeah.
like as it's
Yeah.
coming down.
Now that there's actually something for Pix to look at, she's gonna fly out of the pocket and like fly down
Mm-hmm.
and just Just observe and just actually have something to look at and not be completely and utterly bored out of her mind. Looking for any like sparkly rocks, any dead things, you know. Somebody might have pushed off the bridge.
It's very pretty.
I don't like
crap.
it.
Yeah.
It's wet.
All right, I
It's
fall back to
wet
my
and
pocket.
pretty.
I snuggle down in my gems and go, I'm so tired.
Are we
And
there yet?
you do notice that on the right that there is another road that's connecting into this road.
Sign that says anything?
Not at this point.
It says this was a shortcut.
We took the long way around. You take the hard road.
Yeah.
Does that road look like it's actually like heavily used, or is it just?
It's kind of semi-hidden. Like if you weren't stopped at the bridge and looking at everything, you probably wouldn't have noticed it. But
I want
How late
to ask
is
what's down there, but I don't want to ask the shitty kids, so I'm just gonna ignore it.
you're just
I walk
gonna
across.
ignore it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep walking on the
Okay.
path that we take.
How late is it in the day? Like, is it getting dark?
Let's see. You woke up at first light, probably. So let's say about 6 or 7. You spent about an hour or 2 in town. And then you headed out, and y'all been on the road for probably about 5 hours now. So
Oh, wow. Okay. So about 10.
7. So 7
around 10.
hours past daylight. So most of the day is starting to.
I'm just thinking the bridge would be an easily defensible position to
Yeah.
set up camp.
I'm in my pocket and Bear already walked across the bridge.
Is
'Cause I
the
keep planning on board.
but the bridge is going over that chasm you said?
It's basically going over the waterfall. So
Oh. Yeah, I would have to agree with Chelsea. Like, this is a good choke point should something come.
I mean, so if y'all got up at 6, it's probably about 1 right now. It's a lunchtime.
Oh, okay. Well, we've got
Yeah,
plenty
I
of
think
time.
it's afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. Keep going then.
Okay. And you cross the bridge. It is wet, but there's nothing wrong with it. Brian, you're up ahead.
I'm still keeping an eagle eye on him.
Mm-hmm.
And Katie and Justin are probably ahead of him a little bit because I think they were the first to cross the
Yeah.
bridge.
Just kept on walking. Whenever I started complaining I was bored, Bear just kept on trucking and left everyone behind.
Well, okay. So are you still going to make a valiant effort to be in front, Brian, then?
Yeah, that was my plan.
Yeah.
Like, because while Pix was distracted, I
Yeah.
got no reason to stop here.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're just a little bit behind you then.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be right. I'm gonna be as close to behind him as I can to
Okay.
keep an eye on his sneaky shenanigans.
Okay.
As we try
Now,
to very
what I'm
subtly
going to
not race
say,
each other.
Yes, very subtly not race.
let's do this one more time just because we had the bridge and, it's been a long trek. If you want to try to go stealth, you see up ahead some gates
All right.
and another
I'll do that.
road sign.
Okay, so that is actually going to be an 18 this time.
An
Thank you,
18.
Juju.
Chelsea, give me a perception.
Natural 20.
God.
Oh! You roll better, Brian. It's still horrible
The
today.
dice gods give
I
it,
know.
and the dice gods take it away.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
It's cool because my
Roll over
next
a 10,
8
though.
rolls are gonna be real shitty because that's how that goes.
Good, I hope so.
Yeah, you're gonna be like unconscious in battle here in a second. Just
So
balance out the
Brian,
universe.
you start to go stealth, but Chelsea is like got that eye on you, and you can't quite get away from her.
Oh, he can go stealth. I'm just paying attention to what he's doing so I can catch him if he does something shitty. So he can go stealth.
Okay.
He just doesn't watch it.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
she can.
Yeah,
clearly
so
see
you're
me.
technically stealth, but you're not stealth from her, I guess is what I should say.
Yeah, and that's the only one that I can't
Yeah.
be stealthy from because
But-
she's the only one.
But yeah, you do come up on you do come up on the gates, and the fog spills out of the forest to swallow up the road behind you. Ahead, jutting from the impenetrable woods on both sides of the road, are high stone buttresses looming gray in the fog. Huge iron gates hang on the stonework. Dew clings with cold tenacity to rusted bars. 2 headless statues of armed guardians flank the gates, their heads now lying among the weeds at their feet. They greet you with silence.
Okay, so
And before you get there, though, Brian, you notice, like, because you're kind of looking for it, and that road to the right at the crossroads section there is a black carriage sitting there.
Oh shit!
And
Fuck.
and it has horses.
Someone called
and
Vampire
everything.
Uber.
Yeah.
all right, so now that there's fog, that should have given me some kind of advantage on my stealth check, which obviously
Yeah.
didn't. Can I at least get an advantage on a sleight of hand to tweak that sign to point to where, like, hey, this carriage is going to take us where we want to go?
You can.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
I
going
will
to try that.
I'll say that you can. Yeah, you can try that.
All right.
You
And
honestly think any
Chelsea-
of us are getting in the demonic carriage?
All right, okay. Fuck me, man. These dice are crap. So that's only
No, you got-
a 16.
Oh.
16.
Yeah,
So-
but I want to just like turn that sign to where.
So do I get to roll against that, or
I'm gonna say you can roll against that you come up and you notice the carriage, so it does take your attention a little bit. But go ahead and roll me perception to see.
so
What?
you roll that at disadvantage?
He rolled at advantage,
Yeah,
so
so you don't need to be disadvantaged.
yeah, you're not
Yeah.
disadvantaged. You're just distracted. So we'll see if you can keep an eye on both things at one time. Kind of deal.
8.
Come on, Chelsea.
Whoa, what? What? You yelled
was-
what?
She was rallying for you.
Oh, sorry. 18.
18, Brian.
I'm throwing all my dice away at this point.
What'd you roll? What'd you roll?
I rolled a 16 because I am barely getting over 10.
Sorry, I rolled a 16, but or a 15, but I've got a +3.
Yeah, you notice that he goes over there and starts poking at the signs.
What exactly are you doing?
Just reading the signs.
Am I
and,
close enough to hear her go, what exactly are you doing? Because if I am, I'm just going to walk a little faster because I want to see him duke it out. I don't really care.
I am a little surprised that you saw that, but I want to go. I'm just reading the signs and trying to get our bearings, and
Really? Because it looked like you were swapping the signs.
don't know what you're talking about. And then I'm going to walk away from her towards the carriage.
Okay.
And is there a driver over there?
There is no driver, but as you approach, the carriage door does swing open.
Nope.
Are the ponies
And-
friendly?
Let me just describe it real quick. It says the forest and the fog surround you. The road splits in two, widening towards the east. You see patches of cobblestone suggesting that the eastern branch was once an important thoroughfare. Parked at the fork in the road, pointed east, is the large black carriage drawn by 2 black horses. The horses snort puffs of steamy breath into the chill mountain air. So...
Are Bear and I close enough to see the carriage now?
yeah, as he approached and the door swung open, all of y'all came up there.
I'm
And
standing there, arms crossed. Ishmark!
and Ishmark, yeah, he like
Valakia?
raised Irina behind him, and
Which direction
Yeah.
is Valakia?
I'm just gonna go flying up because I'm excited, and I'm just gonna go horsies and fly up to the horsies and like start trying to pet them on the nose.
I'm gonna join her.
I'd
in
be like,
that.
Is there anybody inside the carriage at all, or
Nope.
is it just an empty carriage?
there's an empty
Ishmark.
carriage. It has some refreshments on a little table inside, and there's lots of nice plush red interior seating It would seat probably about 8 people.
Ishmark, which direction is Wallachia?
The sign says that way.
The sign's
I'm
wrong.
gonna turn to the girl and be like, "You're looking a little parched. It's been a long walk. Maybe you want some drinks and stuff. There's some in this carriage here, lass."
No. No, we're not doing this.
Ismark is
You're
like,
talking to him. You don't
I
know.
turned to the rest of the party. I don't know what he's up to, but he swapped the signs. He switched to Wallachia and Ravenloft, and now there's this creepy carriage just happened to be waiting for us.
You're gonna believe her who saw
Carriage
somebody else on a
right now.
clearly dead person hanging from a sign. I think she's seeing things.
You got bit by a powerful
All of them are
vampire.
doing that.
Made up a story about it, and now all of a sudden you know the way to Wallachia. You're switching sides, and there's a very suspicious carriage waiting for us.
While they're bitching at each other, can I investigate where the sign is to see if it actually got switched or if he just touched it and she's paranoid?
you came up behind them, so you wouldn't know where it was originally, but
like, can I see? Because, like, if it's
to the gates, it's pointing to the gates and saying Valaki is that way, and it's pointing to the right, saying Ravenloft is to the right, Castle Ravenloft.
But we wouldn't
Okay.
see any like
Which one is the
disturbed
carriage
dust
pointing at? Which
and-
one is the carriage pointing at?
The quick
Raven-
carriage is sitting in the crossroads. It's technically kind of pointed at both of them.
All right.
so it's,
Well,
saying, it's saying Valaki
Wait.
is the gate.
I thought I needed to change it to wherever we're supposed to go is going to be in the direction of Ravenloft and
Well,
Yeah, I thought you
right where
switched it.
Ravenloft was.
Successfully switch
I
it.
thought, I thought that you were going to switch it, but since she caught you before you could, so I was, but
you-
she
No,
doesn't.
she just saw that I totally switched it.
Oh, okay, so you did
So
switch
you
it.
did
Never mind.
switch it. She
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, like I went through
Oh.
with the motion. She just
Oh,
knows
okay.
I
Sorry,
did.
I was trying to give you the benefit of the doubt, and if she kept that up,
Because
y'all
you
would
even
go to
said that
Ravenloft
nobody
anyway.
else knows that, like nobody else perceived that I did that. So everybody else is like, well, the sign says it's right. That's kind of what I thought. Unless
I have to. We're arguing.
We have some storms coming. I hope I don't cut out on you guys. But
I was
okay,
gonna say,
so
wow.
if you
Oh.
switch it, then the Ravenloft sign points to the gates, and the Valaki sign points to the road to continue on to the right.
Whereas Ravenloft is actually to the right, and Wallachia is actually beyond the gates.
That's what it said originally. Yes.
Okay.
But you just saw him switching signs. You
Right,
don't
yeah.
really.
Okay.
You didn't really
But-
see it because he was ahead of you. You just saw
Right.
him mixing with signs.
Yeah.
Well, while they're arguing, I'm completely, I don't care. I am up petting the ponies, the big black ponies. And I was like, Bear,
Yeah.
undo their harness. Undo their harness. I want the
They're
ponies. I want
they're
the ponies.
huge,
You can ride.
solid black
You can ride them. Look how big.
horses, and they have like steam coming out of their noses, and
I want them.
I'm
They're
definitely
so-
with her.
Be
Yeah.
careful. They probably belong to the vampire lord. They might bite.
I don't care. I want them, especially if they bite.
Oh, and now we've got
Kraken's just
vampire
like-
horses, and I
just
roll,
like,
I roll my eyes at her,
Jensen.
clearly being difficult.
Can we check and see if they have fangs?
Oh, you're
Somebody
gonna check
said
the horse?
vampire horses.
It's a gift horse. Come on.
I didn't say vampire horses. I said they probably belong to a vampire.
I mean, you can check. They don't have fangs, but they're not probably the friendliest of animals. They're
I'm
not
trying
like.
to figure out how to undo them from their harnesses so we can take the horses. I could care less about the carriage. I just want the horse.
There's some shiny trinkets in this carriage.
No. I want horsey.
So you're gonna steal from Strahd, okay?
I
This
feel
is
like
going great.
No, I was trying to
Confirmed. Okay.
I'm gonna pull my sister aside and speak to her and ask the mirror and be like, he switched the signs. Something is going on. I don't know what it is. She was bitten by a powerful vampire, and now he's trying to get us to Ravenloft.
I didn't need all that information. I believe you because you're you. I have a question though because I don't remember. When we were, I may have been imagining this. When we were at the graveyard and saw like the parade of dead people, could we see which direction Ravenloft was in?
Were they marked?
Ravenloft was above
Quit playing with my dice.
Borovia on the mountain, kind of looking down.
Okay, so because I thought that when we talked to a character, they said like that's Ravenloft, so we could see where.
Right. You could see it above Borovia.
Okay.
Yes, it's like in the mountainous area above.
Can
Borovia.
I roll something and try to use my sense of direction to see if where we could see the castle, which way?
Yes, you could do an insight check. Good night, Justin.
Hey,
Right.
Justin.
No, you can't go yet. You have to get me Nightmare. I want Nightmare.
You said insight.
I would probably say insight to remember.
Okay, so
Try to break the harness.
22.
Yeah, so you remember that it stood above Borovia, and you came from Borovia, so it would be.
So
That's-
with that knowledge,
You're
can
right.
I kind of figure out which direction we need to go to get not towards Strahd's castle?
I mean, yeah, so you would assume that since the road's doubling back towards Borovia from here, that
That we
you
need
would
to go.
need to go opposite. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, how long does that charmed person last? By the way,
24 hours.
Jesus Christ!
And you do remember that Strahd did say that you could invite everybody to dinner if they behaved. Just, not that I don't know if you
The
could
cleric
convince
is
everybody to
behaving very
behave. but-
badly, according to you. So,
The cleric's definitely not invited.
so because of how this has been like a mom and dad are fighting on a road trip vacation,
That remark.
I do truly believe that my sister is right, but I also know that arguing about it's not going to help anything. I just go, okay, we made it this far. We're all tired. We're all cranky. They want to steal horses. I don't really want to get into a driverless carriage because that just seems suspicious to me. But how about we just like sit and rest here, and in the morning we'll get our bearings and go. And in my sister's head, I say, yeah, we totally need to go through that fucking gate.
I nod at her and I go, I can agree with that. Maybe we rest tonight, and then we'll set out in the morning with clearer heads and calmer minds.
Okay,
I'm not
so-
resting for anything because Bear unhitched the horse, so I'm now sitting up in between its ears going, go, Nightmare, go!
You gotta give me an animal handling for that.
Crap. That's
If
his strong
if the pixie gets eaten by a nightmare, can I fix that? Because I really feel like that's out of my scope as a cleric. I don't know if I can fix that.
I don't think it's an actual nightmare, though. I think that's just what you named the horse.
Good point. Good point.
Yep,
What was your
16.
16? I'm gonna say that the horse tolerates it. He's okay with it.
Go anywhere, but doesn't fuck you off.
Yeah. Kraken's barking as he's chasing the
Yeah.
horse, and we're all running circles in the big field.
See, we can just take a nice, calm rest here. She can
He
play
kind
with
of
the
runs
horse.
circles for a little while, and he just starts munching grass because he's a horse.
A nice, calm animal handling break.
Bear, I need you to come talk to the horse and tell him his new name is Nightmare, and that it's okay to even ride him, and we're going to keep him, and then Kraken can sit on his butt, and it's going to be awesome.
There were
So,
two of them. We
Are
could
we-
probably trade. We could maybe trade the other horse to the Vistani for something.
I don't think they're going to buy Strahd's horse. I think they might not want that in their possession.
It's my horse. It's nobody's mine.
Two horses. There were two. You claimed one of them. I was thinking maybe we could trade the other, unless you want both.
I was thinking we should stop adopting animals, but,
But it's big and black with red eyes, and there's steam coming out of his nose, and he could bite people and kick people. Look how big he is. He's awesome.
the DM questions the sanity of stealing from Strahd, but
I don't know that it's Strahd's horse. I have absolutely no clue. It's just a random. There's nobody here. They
true.
left
Good
these
point.
horses.
Yeah, because nobody else would have known that he's
That's
gonna
true,
be waiting
that's
for
true.
me to do this shit.
you're
It's
just
that there were
stealing a
two
horse.
beautiful giant demon horses that I'm going to adopt because somebody can love them.
I just already have a lot of resentment for the dog we weren't allowed to sacrifice, which caused my death. So I really don't want to adopt more animals that I'm not allowed to sacrifice in a situation that requires a blood sacrifice.
Oh, Lord.
Sacrifice the other one. This one's Nightmare. This one's mine.
Okay, so let's name the other one Glue.
Oh, not Elmer's. Oh,
Oh,
true story. My family's had several horses, and we bought a standard bred that was supposed to be my horse. He ended up named Desi, but my stepdad at the time really wanted to name him Alpo. And I was like, no, that's awful.
Rude.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So, are we camping here tonight? Is everybody agreed? Is that a good decision?
I think it's the first good decision you've made since we left Borovia.
And it'll give Solace and Pix more time to play with the horses. So
Yes, there.
Yeah, we're still out in the field, like with the horses and cracking.
And I kind of like put my hand up. Solus, don't bat at the horse's tail. You're getting picked, honey. Don't do that.
Cats love horses. It's weird.
Yes,
I just imagine Solace like acrobat standing on the back of it, like.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was telling
Rib.
Like all on one hand.
So are we gonna camp here for the night? And we do realize that I do like is Ismark and Irina listening to us?
Yeah, they're kind of just like.
Are you all right to stay here for the night?
I don't know the wisdom of camping out by that carriage. But.
Well, we'll camp closer to the gates if that makes you feel better. But I fear when your sister goes to sleep, she'll be sleeping for a while.
Why don't we just go sleep on the other side of the gate?
That's a good plan, actually, Pix.
Oh, I like that. Close the gate. Yes, I like that. Let's sleep on the other side of the gate. We'll set up a camp over there. Have some watches. 2 people to watch. 2 people per each watch. Just in case.
That works.
Agreed.
Sounds
Sure, I'm in.
I'm just gonna trot with Nightmare in between his ears and cracking at his heels through the.
So did you leave the other horse
the
attached,
gate.
or what did you do with him?
No, they're unhitched.
Huh?
Justin says
Oh,
he
so
unhitched
it's
both of them.
Okay.
Yeah, they're definitely both
They
unhitched.
pitched them both.
Okay.
I just care about the one that let me pet it, and then that one became mine.
Okay.
I don't care about the other one.
All right. So you guys approach the gate, and let's see.
Pix, I would also like to inform you that if your horse does anything suspicious in the night or tries to attack us, I will cut its throat.
It's just a horse.
You don't know that.
You approach the gates, and they start to open as soon as you get close. They are screeching on their hinges as they move, but they do open. And you
I would be
all-
more concerned if we hadn't seen similar gates when we entered Borovia.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so everybody goes through the gates. Smo, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody goes through the gates. They close behind you, and you find an area off to the side to camp, probably before you get back into the trees, or if you want to. So.
See, that's better. No weird carriage. Now we have an awesome horse. And Someone's got a play toy.
So.
Everything worked out.
So are we calling it with y'all camping out, I'm guessing, since Justin's gone to bed?
It's already gone to bed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I can
Alrighty.
convince him to talk to the horses and convince the horse that it's mine.
Yeah, I kind of wish that someone had speak with animals so we could be like, hey, horse, who owns you?
Well, Bear does have speak with animals. He just won't use
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
That's the sad part.
Is
So-
there me to camp, I can use my other spell.
Do you have a speak
And
to
I-
animal spell?
No, but I have a detect good and evil.
Don't do that, Borovia. I've done that.
Yeah.
Everything
Yeah.
here is evil. You'll
Jenna found that out the hard way.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, and
So-
I don't think that charm thing is actually going to change me to any kind of evil intent.
It
Oh, no,
wouldn't
So it's not
matter.
like
You
it
would
would
move
point
to
a
something
beeline
anyway.
to
The
Smoke.
horses are evil.
Yeah.
Yeah, the horse is
So-
evil. I know the horse is evil, just like Kraken is, but that's okay. I love them anyway.
Yeah.
I'm not sure Kraken's completely evil.
No, Smoke,
like
you're not like turned evil. You just totally think that your best bud is just looking out for this chick who doesn't know what the hell she's doing, and he just wants
Yeah,
her
I'm just
to
trying to help
come to his castle.
my only
So
friend in this world.
yeah. So, and what
You know,
we
the,
can
the one guy that hasn't drawn a dick on my forehead in the last day.
I did not draw a dick on your forehead. I wrote liar, liar, pants on fire, and you lied about burning their fucking house down.
I didn't lie about
And we
it.
can-
Justin helped
and
me
we
burn
can-
it down.
we'll deal with all that at the camp when we come back. Whether whether you can sneak Irene off to deliver her to Strahd or
I don't see any way I could possibly do it though, because
Yeah.
he already said like 2 people on guard.
well, if you could do
So-
if you could do something sneaky to the
Which-
person that you're on guard
Let me
with.
give a test roll for next week.
That and the way things are going, I'm
No,
pretty
that's only a
sure that
14,
Air
which
is
gives me a
going
top
to
of 18.
be the one that takes
I
watch
don't.
with him. So
Yes, Era's definitely the one that's taking watch with him because she doesn't trust him as far as she can throw him.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And then Solus and I have both taken the horses, so the carriage is useless.
Yeah, I can't put her in the carriage. Like my only option would be to
Yeah, because she's not going to wake up now. She's going to be
yeah,
fine.
as soon as she goes
Yeah.
to sleep, she's out.
my only option would
Yeah,
be
that's part of my
to
plan.
wait till Air goes to sleep, get back up, relieve whoever else is on watch, and then
Yeah.
put her on a horse and go. But I just don't see that happening with 2 people watching me. So-
Yeah.
Or
And
if
then-
you pull the stealth check of your ass and drag her away while 2 people are.
Natural
I've
20.
used every D20 I have, and it's not been good.
I'm going to add that Dolus and Pix take the first watch, and then me and Smo will take the middle, and then my sister and Greylich can take the last one. That way there's somebody that's suspicious of you at every watch.
I love how she gives the first watch to the 2 people playing with the horses and not paying attention to
I
Jack.
say the 4 of us will do a
I-
great job.
Yes.
I was gonna say first watch be me and Solus because
Yeah,
Solus will want to play with the cat
Okay.
or
well,
with the horse, and I'm
then
up.
Dolus, and then have
And Pix won't let Smo take a horse.
okay. Then you
No,
and,
I mean, I'm going to stay awake anyway because I'm playing with the horses.
and then
I'm not gonna sleep.
Your sleep schedule's irrelevant because you ride in dude's pocket.
Is there
True.
a thing to
I
take
read
last
it.
watch? Do we want to play through this part and see where it takes us?
if Greylich is doing last watch, yeah, we could. You want to do that?
We can do that.
Yeah, may as well. Like, see if we can get somewhere a little further, because all we've done is walked and fought with each other. So
Mhm.
That's not unusual for one of our games, though, to get absolutely
No.
nothing done.
yeah, exactly. And all my characters are really good at pissing somebody off. Like Katie.
We seem to have a very specific cycle. We have one game where we have a lot of this, and then we have another game where we accomplish a lot, and then the next one's a lot of in between, and then accomplish a lot. In between.
Right.
So next week we can get a lot of shit done.
Hopefully, yes.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see here.
Yeah, let's just play right up until Justin's watch, and we'll
Yeah.
see if I come up with any shenanigans, because I'm anxious to see like how this charm thing is going to keep affecting me.
Okay. So
By the
how's
time
the
Justice is over, the charm will be over, right?
huh?
That's what I was thinking.
By the
Like,
time Justice
whatever
watch is
happens,
over, his charm will be done, won't it?
24 hours. So
Yeah, I say it'd be next
It's-
morning.
it'll be the next morning.
Yeah.
So
So
by the
pretty
time,
much the end of Justin's watch.
yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Like, may as well, like, if I wound up like tied up or my throat slit, at least I'll be uncharmed in the morning. I might be
All
a
right.
vampire, but hey.
Alrighty, so who's taking first?
Me and Solus.
Me
Before I-
unintentionally because I'm still playing with Nightmare and Kraken.
Yeah, you're
Just
awake. You're just not officially taking watch.
No.
I'm gonna set up my bedroll next to Irina's. That way, if somebody does try and take her in the night, I will hopefully wake up.
And other than the yelling at the rogue, the only thing my sister has said to me today was watch him. So I'm watching him.
Yeah, I'm not sleepy yet, and I'm watching her right back.
We're
Every
just
now and
having
then
a weird
lifting
staring
my
contest
eye
because
patch and staring at her.
I'm not trying to be sneaky about it. So we're just having like a really awkward, just like
And I'm doing it more just to fuck with her, like to win this staring contest. I'm moving my eye patch to the other eye.
every time you put the eye patch back on, I close the corresponding eye. Just playing a game of copy you. Because I'm bored, but I was told to watch you.
I'm asleep.
Okay. So
Alice,
yeah,
are you playing
first
with horses?
first watch goes.
And Brian, don't forget you need to get at least a full night's sleep to get your health points back.
Will that actually boost my max back up there, or am I?
That's what worked for Katie.
Yeah, I'm assuming
Okay.
that you'll get at least some back. It might take multiple nights since it was Strahd, but
Yeah, I
Okay.
figure.
and maybe-
I figure if anything, I can sleep after my watch.
okay.
So since we're on second.
Okay, so first watch goes without a hitch. Who's on second?
Me and Brian.
No, what's on third?
Exactly right.
I'm still running around like an
Who is
idiot
that?
with the dog and the horse. I'm paying attention to no one.
I wake up my sister. Your turn to watch him.
Anything happen?
Yeah, he moved his eye patch back and forth for like 3 hours.
Oh, that's odd, but not disturbing.
That's literally all that happened. So
Okay.
Go ahead. And you can take my bedroll. I've got it set up.
I just assumed that was some kind of like weird pirate hypnotizing technique.
I just shake my head and like shiver toward my bedroll and go over and sit by the fire.
Okay, so everybody's asleep except for
Two of us in Pix who's still having.
Yeah. I'm still running around with the animals.
And since I'm not speaking to the cleric, I'm like very longingly looking off to the east there and pretending like that's where I'm staying vigilant towards, just like staring down that road intently.
Come it. Hold on 1 second. Thought this would be a little easier.
Come back, Rocky.
You want to share why you want to go to Ravenloft so badly? Or you just got the hankering?
I never said I wanted to go there.
Then why change the signs?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, y'all are sitting there talking, and all of a sudden,
I'm still
you
on watch. I'm like paying attention to.
Yeah. You see a figure walking alone with the stride and bearing of one who knows no fear. Clad in rusty armor, it is clutching a gleaming longsword in its pale hand, and it looks ready for a fight.
I'm immediately going to stand up, sword and shield up, and stand between it and the rest of the party.
Both of you roll me wisdom checks, insight.
I put my dice up. I thought we were done.
So my dog gave me no good juju, so he's not
Damn
getting
it,
any
Juju.
cookies.
You said wisdom or insight? Which one do you
Insight.
want? Okay.
Yeah, so that's a 6.
Yeah.
That's a 21.
I'm
Okay.
glad you're rolling.
Air, you recognize immediately that this is a revenant.
Oh, fuck.
which is
Bear.
undead, and they are very tough. He is wearing armor of the Order of the Silver Dragon.
Armor of the Order of the
Bahamut.
Yes.
Okay.
And he has
Paladin?
both intelligence and pure hatred lurking beneath its eyes.
Okay, before I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna bang the pommel of my sword or the pommel of my hammer on my shield. Wake up call, everybody! We've got guests.
What? What?
And then I'm going to block his path toward the rest of them and ask him, "What the hell do you want?"
Hail and well met, stranger.
The
Ahoy there.
chick
Permission to
doesn't-
come aboard. You can join our fire and share our rum.
I'm looking.
And I stop and I look at him. I said, "Now you want to be friendly? In Bavaria, it was all burned down the village. Let's kill everybody. Now with the you want to be friendly."
The one chick didn't wake up, right? Because she ate the.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Irina's not awake. Everybody else is awake, gathered around looking at this. And yeah, he walks forward and his eyes are just sunken in and he just is nothing but death. And
I know how you feel, buddy.
he has a long sword in one hand and he just kind of is holding it up and he's just kind of staring at you. And he's like,
say,
what are
Go ahead.
what are you doing here?
We seek safe passage to Valaki.
Who are you?
Strangers brought here by magic on Strahd's behest. He tore
And
us
he
here.
he kind of glances over when you say Strahd's behest, and he sees those black horses, and that hate just like gleams in his eyes, and he says,
Don't go looking at my horse like that, man. Don't do it.
he's like, anyone who is mixed up with Strahd will taste their end on my sword, and
Oh no!
let's roll some initiatives.
if by mixed up you mean we want to kill him, then yeah, sure.
Well, she just said that y'all are here on Strahd's behest.
No, I said we were brought here by Strahd's behest.
Strahd's behest.
All you had to
yes.
say was Strahd and behest and freaking
And
silver
you have
dragon.
his horses, so
Well,
yeah, that's kind
What I was gonna say before he started talking was in Pix's head, I was gonna be
Yeah.
like, "Hey, can I put this girl on your horse in case we need to run really quickly because she's unconscious?"
Yes. And that's what I
Don't
was.
Yet. We don't want the pirate to run off with her.
well, you don't know that, so
I rolled
Way
a
to go,
nat 20
Brian.
with a 2 modifier for initiative. Fuck you.
So when he looks at the horses and says that, I go, Pix, I think you just took one of Strahd's horses.
Yeah, well, he shouldn't have left it out and left it hungry. It's mine now.
Also, we stole those.
Yeah, those aren't ours. I mean, they weren't ours. We don't like him. We want to kill him. Can we maybe talk about this?
A 22 is more epic looking at what we all rolled.
Yeah.
6, 7, 8,
Yeah.
9.
So why don't you?
22.
okay.
Why don't you use that silver?
This is what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say that y'all are all trying to talk this revenant down, and he did not roll. He actually rolled below all of you, so he is gonna kind of listen. Yeah, he rolled a 5, so his stunk.
Wow.
I am going to say this, Brian. Everybody is focused on this guy, and they're all trying to talk him down at this moment. You have clearly, by
Yeah,
a long
that's-
shot,
That's what I
higher
was.
initiative. So if you want to roll to try to get,
I was trying to tie her to a horse, so technically I'm touching her right now.
All right, so I
Well,
want to use.
You were telling her that you should tie her to a horse, but you didn't have time to actually go over there and log
I'm
her
on the
a
bedroll
horse.
next to her. Like whenever I went
Yeah,
to
but I
bed, I
wanna-
laid in Air's bedroll, which was next
Yeah,
to the chick.
but this guy comes up, you're gonna jump up and face him. You're
So
not
I'm standing right next to her.
right. So Brian would have to be very.
Yeah, so I want to use my cunning action to hide.
Okay.
Need to roll stealth for that.
Mm-hmm.
Back to shit rolls. Good times.
Oh, no.
So that's an equal 10.
A 10.
Wow.
Yeah. Like
Yep.
Perception, Brian.
My passive is 11.
yeah.
Go
So
ahead.
Yeah,
yeah.
so everybody knows that I've backed off, and I just want to get like behind everybody and towards the tree line.
Yeah.
And since everybody clearly sees me doing this, I want to say I have no health.
Yeah.
And that is
Even
the
after
first
sleeping?
true thing that I know you've said.
And I haven't slept yet either, so
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. You were staring.
Okay.
yeah.
Air
And then
is your
I want
okay.
to at least like hold my what do I have? Hold my short bow up like and at least knock an arrow, and then I'll just hold my action for now. That's all
Okay.
I want to do.
Okay.
I'm going to kind of like lower my weapons a little bit. We're no friends of Strahd. He brought us here against our will, and we want to kill him so we can go home. We stole those horses.
Give me a
didn't know that-
persuasion.
We didn't even know they were his. We just found them. And technically, the pixie stole them. It collects animals. It's a thing. Oh, please roll good. I'm not good at persuasion. What is my modifier on persuasion? Because I don't think it's. I have no modifier on persuasion. Roll good. Roll good.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh
My
no!
movement
No, good.
also works
good.
because I'm the only one that's pals with Strahd.
Oh, yeah, you are.
Yeah, so I'm hiding.
Roundabout.
That was a 19.
A 19.
Nice.
Yes. I got really nervous because it kind of looked like a 9 there for a second.
He kind of stares at you, and he starts to lower his weapon. And he's like, "You are enemies of Stroud."
Yes, we want him dead. That's why we're on this road, to save this girl from him and then to find a way to kill him.
I'm still just flying like this in front of Nightmare's nose, protecting my horse.
So he kind of starts to believe you, and so he comes up and he kind of sits down at your campfire, and he's just kind of staring into the flames, and he's like, 4 centuries ago, we attacked Strahd with a vast army, and we were annihilated in this valley. Couldn't even defend a valley from that devil.
Whoa. With a vast army.
Avast, you see? Oh.
I don't even remember my name anymore. I wander around and I try to kill Strahd's wolves and minions as soon as I see them, and trying to defeat him in any way I can.
Do you know if there's a place beyond Strahd's reach here?
I would say that you have to travel to, oh god, this is going to be horrible, Argynvostholt. It's ARGYNVOST.
Hang on. You're going to have to read
Yeah,
that
put it
when I
in
get on the
chat,
note
please.
page, so hang on.
Yeah, let me put it in chat for you because this is horrible. Okay.
Yeah.
ARGYNVOSTHOLT.
After he says that word, I just want to say, God bless you.
That's Argyn.
Gesundheit.
Argenbolstold. Okay.
But you're DM, so however you want it pronounced is how it is.
Argyville.
I am horrible with pronunciation, so
Atlanta.
I will readily
There you
admit that. He's like, I would go there and talk to Vladimir Horngard. He is the leader of the Order of the Silver Dragon. And if anyone can help you, he will.
We have a girl who's been targeted by God. We need her protected. So he could maybe offer her sanctuary?
I'm sure that he could help. He is enemy of Strahd as far as I know.
Which direction might that be in?
Let me find it. It is. You continue on this road past Valaki, and you'll come to the Lunar River crossroads. You continue past that, and there will be a fork in the road. Instead of going straight, you want to take a left, and that will lead you to
Past Valaki, past Lunar River crossroads.
Left at the fork.
So he's basically just proven that I fucked up the sign, right?
Pretty much.
Pretty much. Yeah.
And so so this is the road. So I'm like, so this is the road to Valaki.
Yes.
Thank you. I look
Blah,
at his
blah,
armor.
blah, 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 blah. Are you going to touch my horses or are you going to leave them alone?
Please ignore
I have no beef with horses, although
Horses have no beef either.
and he kind of looks you up and down, Pix, and he's like, for one so small to steal from Strahd is very impressive indeed, little one.
You shouldn't have left them out to starve. They're mine.
I say in Just Pix's head, you impressed her, Reverend. Good job.
Okay, if you're leaving them alone, we're going to go back to playing now.
Okay.
So I look at his armor. You're a follower of the Silver Dragon,
Yes,
a hobbit.
I was at one long ago.
So you had an army of clerics and paladins, and it didn't seem to make much of a difference.
It was just so much death.
Not going to make much
That is all I remember is the death.
Do you have any recommendations for how we might survive?
Don't do what they did.
Really?
pretty much.
I mean, I would just say go talk to Vladimir. He's probably the best source that I know.
Even still alive?
I'm not sure.
Oh, great.
I think, and he kind of looks like kind of confused a second. He's like, I think so.
Is there anything we could do for you?
No. I kill Strahd if you ever find a way. That would bring me peace.
We'll do our best. We need to get out of this place. I'd like to see Valhalla when I die. Not these dark hills.
So, but yeah.
Hey, Paladin, you have waited so long? I don't.
So he's sitting around talking and all this stuff. Brian, do you at all want to try to make a move while this is everybody's listening to him, or are you just gonna kind of?
And when you confirmed it was the road to Valaki, I want to kind of share a look with my sister, like.
I'm like scooting further back in the trees because this dude is talking about killing my best friend in the whole world.
Okay.
So I want to get away from him and out of everybody's sight if possible, and just bide my time to see if I can cut and run with the girl while she's still passed out. But
okay,
I don't see any logic in being like, all right, I'm going to scoop her up and run because I've got 4 hit points.
And once we realized that the Revenant wasn't a threat anymore, I just sat back down the bedroll, which is next to her. So
yeah.
So I'm just further and further back in the woods.
Okay, no problem. And he kind of sits and He's just kind of staring at the flames after he has said his piece.
You're welcome to share a fire. I've got watch with... And I start looking around. Where's the pirate?
Don't worry about it. I'll take watch with you. Let him play in the trees.
And the Revenant looks at you and he's like, I will watch over you this night. That way you can be fully prepared for the journey ahead. That much I can do.
Check on him? I feel like I trust him. He's a follower of Bahamut.
You can.
14 plus 19.
Yep. He's going to hang around and watch over you while you sleep.
I do really enjoy how so far this game has been directions from a small child. We don't believe you. That's a shortcut. Oh, an undead? Yeah, cool. You can watch it while we sleep. I'm your best friend.
He was a paladin or a cleric. I'm more inclined to believe him. And I feel bad.
And Pix didn't even question the undead. She's just like...
Plus, I look over at Pix. Are you planning on sleeping at all or playing with your nightmares? Nightmares! All right.
Pony party!
Haley, if you need us, have the pixie wake us, please.
All right.
Watch the pirate. He's...
Cat, what the fuck are you doing?
I thought you were talking to me for a minute.
My cat decided that my back was a place to climb.
She's like, what?
I just tell the Reverend, watch the pirate. He's one of ours, but he's a little odd. Just watch him, please.
He's a little anemic right now.
He looks around. He's like, who?
Yeah, he's hiding in the woods right now. I don't know if he'll come out while you're here.
When you gotta go, you gotta go.
I often inspire fear. I understand.
I just assumed that he had to poop.
Yeah. I'm going to go, since Pix is going to stay awake and play with her ponies, I'm going to go and lay down on the other side of Irina so that she's bracketed between me and my sister and go to sleep.
Alrighty.
Okay. I'm just running around in the woods with the horses and cracking going, my little ponies, my little ponies.
So Katie, you are up and running around on a horse making noise?
Huh?
Oh,
Yes,
You're running around making noise with this horse? Okay. I want to try to use that to my advantage once everybody is actually asleep with just the Revenant chilling.
I wasn't planning on going back to sleep.
And I want to do one more thing real
trust
quick.
my sister's insight, but there's still an undead sitting across the campfire from me, so.
Man.
Okay. So it's just me and you? Are the only two actually awake, Jen?
Yeah.
And Brian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I meant people that are not, being controlled by Strahd.
I just knew that Katie or Pix was going to be playing with the horses, so she probably wasn't going to pay attention to anything. And we'd had a previous discussion about two people being awake on watch, so I stayed up with the Revenant when my sister went back to sleep.
You guys are killing me, literally. I have to do this thing for Strahd, and I have no hit points, and I'm gonna die because I can't not do this thing.
That to you, not us.
Yeah, we don't know any of that. We just know that you're weak and a liar.
I'm super weak and a liar, and I'm gonna do some shady shit.
He's been a liar since the get-go.
But Sarah said she's got one more thing she needed to pull off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why are you making that face, Sarah? What's wrong?
Because I'm trying to figure this out. Hold on.
I was like, oh, geez, this is going to be bad.
And we find a chest full of gold coins.
A dragon drops in right on top
That's
of
a
the
mimic.
camp.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was expecting.
The Revenant was Strahd the whole time. Oh no!
Okay. You hear the sound of wings flapping.
Oh shit!
God.
It is a dragon. I'm gonna smack somebody.
It's probably a giant bat creature.
Yeah.
Is it just feathery wings or is it clappy, leathery wings?
It is clappy, leathery wings, and no,
Oh,
you guys are
it's
asleep.
Dan in his tight pants.
You guys are
That's
asleep.
weird.
Do I hear the clappy, leathery wings?
Since you're the only one that's paying attention.
You, the Revenant, and Brian and Smo, I mean, hear the clappy weather.
I slap my sister to wake her up.
And
All the subtlety of a fucking cannon. Pop! Wake up!
I never claimed to be subtle.
I pop up and grab my shield. What?
Listen,
What is that? Is that wings?
damn, okay.
Yep.
unless it's really big, then it's
Yeah.
And you also
I'm
hear
gonna when she wakes me up, I'm gonna go over and nudge Solus.
I still think it's Dan's pleather pants, though.
how bad did
Okay.
you stretch them out?
I'm a hat fork. I'm way bigger than the puny little ranger.
you also hear wolves howling in the distance.
Oh, that's fun.
I start
Oh, he
rolling
did-
up the lady in her bedroll and preparing to throw her over a horse.
The horse with no name.
Yep.
We should really give him a name. Maybe like
But he's got a theme song with no name.
Yeah.
True.
So just call him No Name.
When we heard wolves, the Revenant definitely told us Strahd's wolves,
yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay. So we know.
Okay. And Brian, roll me a perception check.
I'm
You
also
better
gonna.
hope they're-
I'm also
Nat
gonna.
20 for the second time tonight on this shitty roll that I don't need to do something cool.
Okay. So you see in the woods around you, going towards the camp, 4 men. They look like wild folk. And they are wild looking figures caked in gray mud and clutching crude stone axes. Whether it's a man or a woman, you are unable to tell. And they look at you and they kind of nod their heads and they continue on towards the camp.
Oh damn.
With a nat 20, do I glean their alliance from that head nod as like they're on my
They recognize you as a fellow Strahd supporter, I guess. Minion might be kind of a bad word. but-
Okay, I'm gonna nod back then, and I'm just still gonna hide in these woods.
Yeah. And you're all kind of rousing and getting up and looking around you. And I'm going to just, I don't think we should do this battle without Girlich.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So I'm just going to tell you what's coming at you just for shits and giggles. But
we can have panic attacks the whole week.
But you
Yeah.
see bursting from the woods into your encampment 9 wolves. Overhead,
Jeez.
there are 3 large swarms of bats gathering. And that's what you guys see. You do not see the berserkers coming at you from the wood line because they are stealthed.
So 4
And
berserkers.
suddenly they're singing, and you hear 15 birds.
How many wolves did you say? 4?
9.
9.
Yeah,
9 swarms.
Jesus.
4 swarms of bats.
3 swarms of bats.
Damn. I
berserkers
was
in there.
hoping we could go a little longer so I could try my super bold plan, but fuck. All right.
Yeah.
Well-
I'm just
You stole Strahd's horses You got Irina right there, and you're camped like really close to Ravenloft.
God damn it, it's killing me. It's like I want these things to attack so I can stealth my way in and steal her, throw her on a horse, and just ride. Just hell bent for leather and go to Strahd Castle.
You might have to give the horses back. I'm just
Well, one is just chilling, right? Like
Yeah.
she's riding Nightmare, right?
Well, yeah, one's with Solus and one's with me.
Yep.
And yeah, so if these things attack, Solus isn't going to be like, I'm still going to play with this horse.
No.
No, but
I'm not that.
Yeah,
bad.
like I'm going to wait till
Yeah.
these guys attack, and then I'm going to make my move as I am compelled to do. And I'm probably going to die in the process because I can be one shot by a fucking rock.
You trip
At this point, if you guys-
on your neck.
If I trip in the woods, I'm dead. This is horrible.
pretty much.
Like
Yes,
at this point, I've got nothing to lose and everything to gain.
I already started
So-
putting our unconscious girl into a burrito of her own sleep.
Yeah.
So she's easier to carry for a half orc that
Jen
has
is
pretty
gonna
good
load her on
strength.
the horse for you.
I was gonna put her on
I'm-
Nightmare because I know that if someone tries to steal Nightmare during the battle, Pix is gonna murder them, and she can probably hit you for 4 hit points.
That's a very good point.
Yeah, I could care
Yeah.
less about them.
But if everybody's tied up in combat, I'm fucking making a move.
Oh, yeah.
There's no reason for me not to.
Well, I started tying her up to put her on the horse as soon as we heard wings after I woke up my sister.
Yep.
And
I'm
I
gonna
already
be sitting
established
back in the
with
I woke up Solus and Ishmark. Like, I literally kicked Ishmark, like, get your ass up.
Yeah. So
I will say if
they're
I
all
have
gonna
a
be.
second,
So
if I
that
have
way,
a
whenever
second character death, I'm going to be very upset.
we start playing, I'll
Get a chance to come back. You'll just come back with a dark gift.
do.
Like I'm very torn about the vampire thing because on one hand it's kind of fun, and on the other it's like, well, fuck, like
Like I have 4 hit points.
yeah, because like I'm stuck with you guys. The cleric definitely hates me.
I don't hate you. I just don't trust you. Give me
No,
everything
you,
to trust
You,
you.
you should have took the deal without being insultive and.
he was boring and he didn't offer any actual fucking anything you want. Well, that's not specifics. Fuck it.
True.
If you come back with a dark gift, I'm probably not going to believe you.
the whole negotiation with Strahd just reminded me of the movie Bronson, where he takes the guard captive and the prison warden calls and said, "What are your demands? What do you want?" And he just goes, "Well, what have you got?" He has no
Yeah, pretty
clue what he wants to ask for. It's just like,
Yeah, because it's like,
What have you
I can give you whatever, and it's like, well,
what have you got to give, man?
yeah, like you're obviously too much of a pussy to fucking just go grab the girl who's right down the road, and we're all level 3.
That
Like,
makes
just-
that does
she's
make me
right
wonder
there.
what's
Pretty much.
why he hasn't
Part of
just
the game for him,
grabbed her.
though. I think it's part of the game for him. Like,
Possibly.
Still,
Yeah.
it's just like if you're all powerful and full of wealth, like she's right there, dude. Like, why do you need
Yeah.
a shitty pirate to go do it? So it's like if you're not gonna actually give me some sort of monetary gain, which is the only thing I give a shit about, why am I gonna listen to you prattle at all?
So
know.
clearly, at some point, Bren just needs to be like, "Dude, I'll give you 20 gold if you just stop lying to my sister for like a day and a half."
Air gave you a golden ring. Like, I gave you a ring to help me with the priest. I don't hate you. I just need a reason to
Yeah.
trust you.
And because you gave me something valuable, I totally helped you with that without any complaint.
Exactly, and that was a good character interaction. She just
With that one instance, that ring got you one instance of
I know.
faith.
I know.
Yep.
I need to work on like a cookie system here.
Yeah, I will say between me and Justin, we could have paid for pretty much everything in that shop.
It's the principle of not paying that much money for.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's no way in hell I would have paid that for a health potion because
For one
I'd
normal
rather.
health.
And if I could roll worth a shit tonight, that would have been pretty cool.
I know, poor Brian.
God,
But go Chelsea, your rolls were on par, man.
They were.
Which just means that next week I'm gonna blow.
Yeah, I've got 6 D20
I
in
think that
front
Brian
of me.
and I were canceling each other out this week.
Yeah.
For
I
sure.
rolled shitty on everything except for the roll to figure out which direction we needed to go. Everything else I rolled less than 10 on.
I've got 6 D20, and the only time I rolled
my
good
initiative
was
rolls were shitty.
initiative.
My initiative rolls were shitty.
Yeah,
Yeah,
initiative.
that was
You
the
kicked
only
ass
roll.
on that initiative.
It was the opposite. Everything that Brian and I rolled against each other
Yeah.
on, I rolled good, he rolled bad. But then when he did roll good, I rolled bad.
And what sucks is like she was talking about how her perception was like a +3, and it's like all of my deception and stealth and sleight of hand is
Yeah.
fucking 4,
Yeah.
and I couldn't roll anything above a 10 for any of them. If I would have at least rolled a fucking 14, it would have been okay.
Mhm.
But no. I think I got nothing but like 6, 7, 9, and 10 for every fucking roll I did.
Yeah.
With 6 different D20s.
Oh,
So.
that sucks whenever it's like all your dice. And you're like,
And it's like it's everything that I'm good at too. It's like motherfucker.
Yeah.
And then every other roll that Sarah gave to me was wisdom based. So it's like
Yeah.
I've got a -1 wisdom. This is gonna go great.
I try to be fair.
Yeah. I'm glad you're fair with my negative. My only negative.
But
At least in intelligence is dead even. But
I'm glad. I'm shocked that y'all got the Revenant and talked him out of it. That was pretty cool.
I think
Yeah, that was good. I didn't want to have to fight
There's a
it.
lot more options out there.
I think if our barbarian had been awake, we would have had a harder time.
yeah.
I think he would have raged and just
Prob-
gone for it. And then I was tempted. It's like, okay, this guy's talking shit about my buddy. Do I loose that arrow or do I just bide my time? Because, but having no health, it's like, okay, why would I want to press that attack? Like,
That's the one thing that's sort of helping us with your situation. Yes, you're charmed, but you also have a very high self-preservation instinct. And you're like, okay, yeah, he wants to kill my friend, but he doesn't want to kill me. So I'm not going to start shit with this dude because I don't want to die.
Yeah, like I want to use everything I can to my own personal advantage to where like this guy doesn't know that I'm best friends with Strahd, at least in my mind. So
because I don't know how Strahd specifically works, but like with normal charm person and stuff is you're cool with it as long as it doesn't like you can't be like, okay, go slit your wrist because it's like, oh no, that's
and then so I'm not sure how his charm worked, but Sarah kind of insinuated that it wasn't just like normal charm to where like I could still lie to him and not give a shit, like just be cool.
Yeah,
So
I
I'm
mean,
assuming it's a lot.
Yeah,
more
it's
hardcore.
strong enough that you willingly let him bite you, and you know.
Not good.
Well, he might just be kinky. We don't know.
I mean, he was perfectly fine waking up next to Dan of all people, and that's just so.
Yeah, and Dan's character is definitely kind of a grizzly guy, so.
Yeah.
It's like Arton. He's just having, character flashbacks. But Dan probably smells better.
Everybody smells better than Ayrton. He was just, all about living in the wild. What's a bath? I don't know.
My question is, what is the price of Strahd's friendship? How much would we have to pay the pirate for him to betray his best friend?
Well, if I am
I have some
unable to do
pretty
anything,
expensive jewelry.
like if you guys end up killing me the next game, like I'm eventually whatever happens, I'm going to be out of the charm. But I don't know what kind of influence the vampirism will have in this world.
I'm just hoping we can wait it out.
Because you didn't take any of his blood.
Right.
And you've only been hit one. You still got 2 to go.
So I'm not sure if that's
That's
just
how
going to give
vampires
me
work in this world. I don't know how vampires work in this world.
exactly because if you guys look at like there's a whole other world where vampires it's not a curse like these ones, like an undead kind of curse. It's actually a disease, so they have no like sunlight vulnerability, which I've actually been kind of with that in case I die here. So it's kind of a different take on vampires, but I'd have to like really work it out and then get with Sarah to see if that would actually be okay to use that. But I haven't built that at all yet. Just been
We're likely to come back with one of the dark gifts.
yeah, like because I don't know how this world specifically works. I'm not sure until something happens, which I'm pretty sure I'm gonna die next time we play.
Yeah, because
If you come back without ears or eyes, I'm gonna laugh, and then the third person has to come back out without the other one, so we can have the 3 monkeys.
Yeah.
I hope I come out with no eyes so I can wear 2 eye patches.
Oh, you would too.
If you stole mine.
I think whether or not you die next game will just depend on how the fight goes, because none of those people are after you.
Yeah.
And
yeah, but let's face it. I'm going to be doing something directly against you guys. I'm going to be trying to abduct this girl. You guys can all hit more than fucking 4 damage, I am sure.
that's true. But we'll just have to see how the initiative plays out, how the battle plays out, how
There's a
long
lot of enemies.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
It
it's
could be
gonna
a
be a long
TPK.
shot.
I mean, having the Revenant there and Justin will help. But
And that's what I'm worried about too, because like I've got a bunch of allies now, but you've got this Revenant who I don't think is just going to be a pushover. So
No,
I'm just glad he's on our side.
I am too, because I'm really worried about these berserkers.
Any
9 wolves, like that's a lot for our level.
Yeah,
it's a ton.
No, that's a shit ton for our level. What the hell are these berserkers? Like, what are they gonna throw at us?
yeah, and any kind of fucking area of effect is gonna wipe me out. Even at half damage, if I pass a check, I'm done.
I
'Cause
rolled
there's nothing
really
that's-
high on these damn encounter tables. Like,
Yeah,
Oh,
'cause there's
no.
nothing-
everything was high. So I was like, damn, okay.
Yeah, there's nothing I can think of magically as an AoE that would be a D4, just a D4, and even
I have one magic missile.
I'll just say that as far as not wanting
magic
to
missile also
TPK
has-
goes, is if it starts to look like that's the way it's going, any heavy-handed hints that we should fucking run will be appreciated.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm dying next game no matter what, because there's no reason for me to sit out this fight. Like I have to do this thing that Strahd wants me to.
Because that's one of the reasons that I wanted to wrap Chick up and put her on a horse, is so if we need to run.
So she's a handy little burrito for me to steal. That's good. I
Yep,
appreciate
just for you. That's what it is. Totally not so I can get on the horse and with picks and fucking run.
That one horse can take multiple people, and one horse can actually fit bear on it.
So,
they war.
Are we considering that we're fully rested? We're not, are we?
No, because I haven't slept at all.
Yeah, I've
You were
slept a
on
little. I've slept.
Yeah, Chelsea slept a couple of hours, so I would say like
She
at
had
the
like
very-
a short rest. Yeah.
She slept the whole first watch.
Yeah.
She
Would
slept
I,
first watch,
have I
so-
gained my spell slot that I expended on healing his ass back?
I would say at most, like if we're thinking for like
How
a full
many-
night of sleep,
How many
that's
hours does
probably-
Asimir need to sleep? Are they like elves where it's cut down, or is it like humans?
It's humans, but how many hours passed between her going back to sleep after the Revenant got there and me waking her up?
Because I slept, I woke up for the Revenant, and then I went back to sleep.
Yeah, but she slept all through first watch too. So she's
I would
probably
say-
only
I
maybe
would say that
6 hours.
the sleep schedule we would at least have to sleep at like 2 to 3 hours
Yeah.
for each shift. And I haven't slept
I
yet.
have at least 6 hours, don't you think?
Because you slept the first shift, so let's say that's 3, and then second shift we were up. Wasn't that when the Revenant came in though?
Yeah, we weren't up
Yeah.
the entire second shift because after we made friends with him, I went to sleep, and so it was during third shift.
So she slept for like a shift and a half, essentially.
Yeah. So how long was it between when I disappeared in the woods, she goes to sleep, and these things start to attack? Was that an hour or two?
Yeah, I'd say probably about an hour.
Okay, so she's got 4 hours. That's definitely like half a long rest. So I would say she's
I just need to know if I got the spell slot back or not. That's a Sarah ruling. I just need to know. Because I extended spell slot.
If you didn't get the full long rest out, then
yeah, if it's a short rest, you just gain your hit die, right?
yeah, you get your hit die back.
Okay, that's all I need to know.
So,
Yeah.
So I only have one spell, guys, and then my cantrips.
Oh, I haven't.
I'm super glad you wasted your
How do you
your
have-
spell.
You
on
only
Nikki.
have 2 spell slots?
Dude, clerics don't get shit at low level.
Yeah.
How do I have 3 spell slots? How do I have more spell slots than you?
Because clerics are bullshit at low level. Like they are
Apparently.
the worst. When you need them most, they are shit.
At third level, I have. Oh, hang on. No, maybe I'm. Are we? We're third level now, aren't we?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we are.
Yeah.
third
Yeah,
level.
you're third.
Oh
But
no.
basically, a cleric still has like shit for spell slots.
No, I've got more spell slots. I'm looking at the wrong. I need to print off the new sheet. Okay, I'm good. Never mind. Ignore me.
Okay.
So you
So I
have
was gonna say,
like
like, I know
spell slots.
you've got high health, but like,
Mhm.
yeah, you
I've
don't
got
have a lot of
second
spells.
level and 4 first level.
Yeah, you
and
get 3 known cantrips, 4 first level spells, and 2 second level spells.
I had the wrong first time.
Okay.
I have the third level stuff printed off, but I have